click my start and do the intro. It's 2:01, dang it!
Streaming live at 2:01.
That's fine. And then make sure to put the links in, and I'm going to tweet it out too.
Okay, I've got 5 seconds. Now 5 seconds, actually.
No, you don't. You're live on mine.
Yeah, not on mine though.
What's up, people?
What up?
Are we?
Ooh.
We're live.
Yeah.
All right, hey guys, TacticalOyster here, bringing you guys episode 15 of 3-Bar Exploits, which is live and in person and all that stuff. And hopefully, we're gonna get a lot of you guys checking it out, topic suggestions, and all kinds of viewer interaction because it's not pre-recorded like usual. We've got Whackmed and Bondfire here as always.
Heyo.
And we've got several good topic ideas and all that. First thing I want to announce real quick before we get into any topics is that if you are watching on my stream, you will see this link in the description. And if you're watching on Whackmed's stream, you can probably just, he can put it in the chat or something to share with you guys that we're doing a NFL Pick'em group for 3-Bar Exploits, which basically what this means is that each week you just pick the winner of each NFL game in the week, so 16 games, and if you pick right, you get a point. If you pick wrong, you get nothing, and you do that each week, and at the end of the season, whoever has the most points in our group will win 800 Microsoft, I guess $10 now on Xbox Live Marketplace. It's not Microsoft points anymore. You'll get a $10 Microsoft code or PSN code. Yeah, one or the other, and that will happen at the end of the NFL season, so a while from now. But to join the group, you just got to click that link that is in the description of my stream, or Whackman will put it in his stream as well. You go to the group, you hit join, you make an ESPN account, it takes like 5 minutes, and then you just put in the password, which is 3-bar, 3 space bar, and you can join and pick NFL games with us and maybe win a prize. That being said, I guess that's all we got, so if you guys want to take it away with the topic.
Well, as per usual with every 3-Bar Exploits, we always start off with prison talk.
Okay.
Oh, no, is Whackman ready?
Or medic talk.
It's actually going to be medic talk today.
Medic talk, okay.
And so the thing is this. In fact, I have to change some things because of identifiers and stuff, so just trust that this a rendition of this actually happened. So working with this guy who's as big as I am, almost. Sorry. He's I'm 6'4" and just under 300 at the point of this story. Big guy, played football. I'm a big guy. The other guy's almost the same size. We go to a guy whose blood sugar is low. He's on the floor and he's like this. He's just a big guy. Very, very. I can't impress this enough. He's probably 425. No fat, body fat content, maybe like 2%. This dude is. We're trying to figure out how to get this guy's sugar up. He looks mean. First of all, not picking on any races, but he's a black guy and he's got the beanie pulled down just to the top of his eyes, so he looks like a very intimidating individual, to say the very least. And he looks mean. His wife says that he's just a great big teddy bear. That's great. I'm a big guy. I'm a big teddy bear too, but this guy could rip me in half and not even think anything about it. The last crew that came to him, we've gotten a warning by dispatch. The last crew that came to him had a guy thrown through a cabinet. He's got a cabinet that separates his kitchen from his living room, and apparently he threw one of the crew members into the cabinet so hard it brought it down off the ceiling. And we're not looking to fight with this guy. And so we call for all kinds of backup. We call the cops. They're on the way, but we're in the middle of nowhere. We call for a fire truck to come, like, hold him down. And he, the whole time, he's just mean looking. We're not even thinking about an IV at this point, because you poke him, you hurt him, he hurts you. Pain's not on the menu for tonight.
Wait, okay, not to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you find this guy who is in need of medical help, correct?
Yes.
And the last crew that tried to give him medical help, he attacked them.
Yes.
Okay, just to clarify, because that seems really illogical. I just wanted to make sure I was following the story right. Go ahead.
He's in an altered mental state. He's not thinking for himself.
Something.
Really
well.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
So he he's just chilling on the floor. He doesn't. His mind is checked out. That's just the way it works when your blood sugar gets too low. So we decided to give him this drug. It's a hormone. It brings your blood sugar up. It makes your liver release enzymes to increase your blood sugar. But it's a fire and forget it kind of thing. You just give him the medicine and get away from him kind of thing. Well, I'm not a medic at this point. So it's my job to hold this guy's arms down. And like I said, he's like this. So I put my hands on top of his. And I'm pushing him into the floor. And he's looking at me like, oh, that's cute. That's really cute. And so my partner like raises his shirt up and cleans his arm off real good and gives him the shot. So what he does is he tracks, he figures out where it's at. And it's almost like a movie. He's like, bam, slip, and gets out. And we're both on the other side of the house. And the thing is, we look like little kids. We've ran away from this guy completely because he's big enough to tear a hole through the wall. He's already attacked one crew in the past. We run away. And then we're kind of peeking back around the corner, trying to see what he's doing. He's just down there still. So it was completely overblown by us, but it's very intimidating to have this guy down here. So after you get someone's sugar up, you always recommend that they eat something to put it in their body and to keep their blood sugar up. And this guy's like, I want a package of hot dogs. So he wound up eating a package of hot dogs for a midnight snack, like 8 wieners and buns and bread or whatever to go with them. But his wife was like, I'm gonna make him an omelet when he get up for breakfast in the morning. It's gonna be like 8 eggs. I'm like, what? So I mean, this guy is really big, and we were running, and both of us are pretty big and intimidating guys. We're running around like little children trying to hide from Daddy, who found out that you broke his favorite whatever. So medic talk.
Wow. That's pretty good medic talk. Not gonna lie, that was pretty solid.
I felt it was a little anticlimactic. I expected something bigger to happen.
You know, you get on the news if you make.
I take it that's not a good thing.
The news is bad. You don't want to do that.
Oh god, that was pretty good.
Sorry.
That was pretty good. For some reason, that reminded me of an episode of Cops I watched, where a similar giant African-American man was naked, and they get called out to this guy, and he's just like running around the neighborhood. He's got blood all over him, butt naked, and he was totally tripping out on like some drugs or something. And all of a sudden, like, you just see like he attacks one of the female officers, and then like 8 cops just like are trying to hold this guy down. He was like punching through fences, and it was crazy. Like this dude, I think he was on like PCP or something, just like tripping out, and it was good. I love Cops for that reason, right there.
I was kind of hoping one of you would like get like punched or like thrown or something like more dramatic.
I was actually
Like
diverting all of my thoughts into making sure that I did not get punched.
Well, I'm sure at the moment you were,
Yeah.
but I would have liked to have thought in the story maybe that would have happened.
That's why I said it was slightly anticlimactic.
I mean, it was still good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, we enjoyed it, but
Yes, it was a solid segment.
Like, so if you want me to alter the ending, so the guy's in the way to the living room, and it actually blocked the exit. So I was trying to figure out which way to run, and what the big fear was that if I ran to the left, I would be in the living room, and there's no way out. And I'm not even sure if it had a window in this double wide, and like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna run to the left, and my partner told me, he's like, don't do that, because I could just see this guy getting on a downhill run towards you and opening the side of the trailer like a can whenever he trucked you into it. It would be bad.
All right.
alternate ending. There you
Choose your
go.
own adventure.
Coming to a Blu-ray near you.
Yeah, buy the deluxe package and get 2 alternate endings never before seen on the show.
Oh man,
Very nice.
so good, so good. Ah, I gotta love prison talk.
All right, who wants to suggest next topic as we move on here?
He's like, don't do that, because I could just see this guy getting on a downhill run towards you and opening the side of the trailer like a.
He said he could play it through a speaker.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be a problem. What is this, Wackman?
What is this, buddy?
I reloaded your stream.
Yeah, that's still your speaker issue, though.
We're here. Hi, welcome.
Yes, welcome to all the new people.
God. What happens when you do the show live, folks, and not pre-recorded? You get Wackman blaring the echo through his speakers.
Like a noob.
And, yeah.
Speaking of noobs,
I can't believe it.
I just uploaded a great Rainbow Six Vegas 2 gameplay of us, and it is by far the best episode yet. Please go check it out.
I'm sure I'm not in it because I get no love on the Rainbow
Oyster,
Six.
you are in that one.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Yes.
You got
It
no
is the
love
best
on Rainbow
episode.
Six because you skipped out on the first session.
Of course, I only went to one session, so yeah, that's true.
Which we should do more sessions because it's a fun game.
Yeah.
I get no views on that, but it's fun to play.
Yeah, it
is fun.
This one though is just so funny. Like every time I watch it, I can't help but laugh. It's so good. Please check it out after the stream.
After the stream. So the next topic that we had written down was Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
What's going on with Tim Tebow?
He got cut by the New England Patriots.
Did he get canned?
He got cut.
He's gone. So
that sucks for that.
How did you not know about this before just now? It was all over the ESPN.
But I don't think it was covered that well, though.
It wasn't covered that well.
It was on on Sports Center on the left-hand side. It said breaking news: Tim Tebow cut by the Patriots, as if somehow that's like a significant story.
Anything with Tim Tebow is a significant story.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk a little bit about why that happened?
Tebow mania.
Why did Tim Tebow get to this point where he suddenly became like this? Everything he did was so important. Like, when did that happen and why?
He is the
because I've never seen such a marginal player.
When he was on the Broncos, and then he took him to a playoff run. I think that's when it happened.
Even before that, he was like
because he won the Heisman in college.
He's an inspiration. He's an inspiration to his teammates, and because he's on the field, he makes everything else just a little better. Not that he's that great, but it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, he's only like a 5 for a quarterback. But because he's at the position of quarterback, he gives everybody else a +1 on whatever other position they're playing. We got Dungeons and Dragons on you.
It's just, I just don't get it. Like, there have been Heisman winners who have turned out like, okay, look at Matt Leinart. Matt Leinart won a Heisman. Did he win it, or he was at least a finalist? I don't remember if he won it or not, but he might have. I don't remember. That was in like 2004, 2005, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
And he went to the NFL, and he was a complete bust. I mean, he's no worse than Tebow is, really, except that Tebow actually got more opportunities to play in playoff games and stuff. And nobody's talking about Matt Leinart getting cut whenever, I'm sure he's out of the league now. But, like, and I understand that, Tebow is this inspirational thing, but he sucks.
Yeah. Well, define sucks.
Well, see, he was great in college, though. Like, the whole thing is, like, he was, amazing in college. Though I didn't watch him play in college. But he was just so awesome in college that
what happened
to goes to the NFL, and exactly what happened. Like, he could not make the transition because some people just can't do it.
What happened is that he was only successful because of his running ability, and that he never could throw the ball, and you have to be able to throw the ball in the NFL. Even though the NFL is still transitioning to more, running quarterback style offenses and the option and stuff and all that stuff, you still have to be able to read defenses and throw the ball to be a successful NFL quarterback. And back to Wackman's question, my definition of sucks is that I wouldn't consider him to be a top 40 quarterback in the NFL. Certainly not top 32.
There was a breakdown of like what he has done in the preseason, and he scored, I think they said there were 115 quarterbacks that played, and he ranked like 112. Those numbers are close. They may not be perfect. But out of all the quarterbacks that played in the NFL preseason, he was like not even third string if you divide it by 32. But he did take the Broncos into the finals and do arguably well for what he was doing. I think that the problem that you have whenever you're trying to judge the quarterback position is that the difference in offenses between college and pro are so large, the difference is so huge that you have terrible quarterbacks in college that are really great in the NFL. And I would cite Christian Ponder, and I would cite E.J. Manuel, even though E.J. Manuel hadn't had an opportunity to be.
Yeah, he's too early to judge.
He's too early to judge, but still, these guys didn't do anything at Florida State. But they've both been taken in the first round, and what that should really tell you is about our coaching to begin with. But Tebow was awesome in college. He was unstoppable. Mm-hmm. He was really unstoppable at Florida. But that's not how the NFL works. And if you want to stop him, you just tell your linebacker to play dirty, and his career is over. And that's within one season. So that's why you can't. That's why he's no good in the NFL.
He's no good because he's no good because he has the arm of like a top level high school quarterback. That's why he's no good. And he has the mental acuity on the football. I'm not taking a shot at his mental acuity in life. On the football field, he has the mental acuity of a pretty good college quarterback. So if you combine if you combine the being able to read defenses like a pretty good college quarterback and having the arm of a top 10 high school quarterback, then you're not going to be good in the NFL, no matter how good you can run. I think Tebow's problem, if Tebow, and you know what, kudos for him for being the whole I want to be a quarterback thing, but if he wanted to, transition to fullback or tight end or something like that, he could easily be on a team and probably get some playing time. But he's not a good. He cannot throw the ball. He can't throw. Yeah. You can't be a quarterback if you can't throw.
I saw that on ESPN.
What?
That was a huge thing that
Was it Stephen A. Smith?
Yeah. Did you see that?
I love that guy.
Dude,
I didn't see it, but I figured.
He's like, Skip,
he can't throw.
Skip, he can't throw, and I'm just rolling, laughing at the guy because I hate Stephen Smith plays his part so well. I can't stand
Stephen A. Smith is. I love Stephen A. Smith, dude. I love First Take in general. That show is just awesome.
He was going through saying the guy can't throw, and at this level, a quarterback has to be able to throw. That's awesomely accurate. His coaches actually recommended that he check out the CFL. And that I think that's partly in part because I followed Tebow on Twitter. Whackmug follows Tebow on Twitter, and he was saying that he wished the best to the coaches, and he put out scripture and said that he was going to continue with his dream to be an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, look, I saw that.
You can continue with the dream of being an NFL player. You can continue with the dream of being on a Super Bowl championship team, but you're going to have to do it at a different position because you're not a quarterback. And it's not to knock him. I would not say that in an attack. If he were my buddy, I'd just look at him and say, this isn't your bag, dude. This is not your lot in life. Accept it and try to make the best out of what you have, which is an open door to go to any team and say, I want to be an athlete for your facility. But not as a quarterback.
Yeah, because, he's a good athlete. He's put on a lot of weight in the last, 2 years.
If you think of a fullback, of the body type of a fullback specifically, you think of Tim Tebow. Yeah. At least to me.
No, I agree.
Unfortunately, the fullback is a dying position in football today, but still, he can still get on a roster and play a decent role. And Jules, I believe, unless I'm interpreting this wrong, in Whackmet's chat, Jules is saying he's still new to the NFL and was brought up too early. He just needs a good coach and a good coach to build him. He'll be okay in a couple years. I don't know how old Tim Tebow is, but this is his fourth year in the league, isn't it? He's been in the league. Honestly, for quarterbacks, by year 3, okay, and you can still improve.
If you're given playing time, which he has.
Given playing time, which he's gotten, and you can still improve after year 3, but you have a general idea. And this is why this season is so important for the Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton. But year 3, you have a pretty solid idea of kind of where you sit with your quarterback situation.
I just don't.
So you're 3 or 4, I think. Yeah, that's a good point.
He don't have it. He just don't.
Yeah.
Like, this is the thing they said when he left college. He can't throw. Well, whether you've been tested or not, Joe says this is his 4th year. You've had 3 years. You still can't throw. He just can't. And the other point on that show was the intangibles, the things that you can't measure that are completely subjective. That's his best asset. Get him to do it as either a fullback. Put Tebow in as a fullback or a tight end, and he's the man. He makes every team better at either of those positions, but only at either of those positions.
Now here's my question, because you guys know a lot about football than I do. You follow it more closely. Is Tim Tebow done, or does the team pick him up? And if so, who?
Not as a quarterback.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I would say
think that's
that even Tampa Bay could do better with him than Josh Freeman.
Oh, come no!
Wow.
We know you're a Freeman basher, but no,
that's quite the statement. I think
I would rather have any starting quarterback in the NFL as my quarterback right now than Tim Tebow. Except you know who could pick him up as a quarterback? The only team that could pick him up as a quarterback is the Buffalo Bills, because they have Whackman's E.J. Manuel over there, who is injured right now, and they've got Jeff Toole, undrafted free agent rookie, starting week 1, who nobody... Like, I follow college pretty closely, so I know who most of the good college quarterbacks are. Jeff Toole, he must have gone to Valdosta State or something, because I have no idea who he is. He's an undrafted rookie quarterback starting for the Bills. If the Bills want E.J. Manuel to be the quarterback of their future, and they want to build, a run option, whatever offense around him to fit his play style, Tim Tebow could be your temporary starter, and he can also put pressure on E.J. Manuel to improve and, kind of give him pressure for the job. And they got Kevin Cobb, but we all know Kevin Cobb's just awful. So, I mean, I could see, it sounds far-fetched, I'm sure, but if there's one team that could pick him up to play quarterback this season, I would say it would be the Bills. But
that wouldn't be terrible. Okay. I mean, you lay it out really well. I think Manuel's better, but that's partly because every quarterback that leaves Florida State and is picked up by someone else, they usually do something really good with them. Look at Christian Ponder still sitting up in Minnesota, having to fill the shoes of the freshly kicked out Brett Favre.
Favre, come on.
Favre.
Well, whatever. I'm going Roger
big
Goodell
shoes to fill.
On it. Yeah.
He went all Garth Brooks and retired like 3 times, but
yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yes.
Florida State QBs, I feel like you have some kind of... I mean, I know you're a Florida State fan. I feel like you have some kind of beef with Florida State QBs for some reason.
I have beef with whoever coaches Florida State quarterbacks because they can go to the NFL and be players. They get drafted, which means that whoever does the scouting for those NFL teams recognizes a talent there that I don't get to see from a Florida State quarterback while he's wearing garnet and gold. Like, Christian Ponder did nothing great for Florida State. Nothing great for Florida State. He had moments just like any other quarterback could be put into that position and have moments. Just like Tim Tebow throwing a 70-yard bomb on the Steelers, there are moments. But you don't draft quarterbacks on moments. And Ponder got drafted in pick 12, round 1. Manuel got drafted pick something, round 1. And how do you either as an NFL team make this big of a mistake, or how do you as a Florida State coach not be able to get the talent out of these players that they obviously have?
Pittsburgh's going to win tonight, I'm calling it.
Did you suck? Shut up. That is so retarded. Don't ever say that again. Unfriend, unsub.
Oh, my God.
As you wear your Wake Forest shirt.
We're 1-0 and you're not. We're technically officially on top of it. If you look at the ACC Atlantic Division standings right now, who's in first place?
What did you win by? You played
it's
West
week
Goose
1
Creek High School or something?
31-7 over Presbyterian, who are 6-36 their last 5
That's because y'all
seasons.
started playing while they were still praying.
No, it was really the reverse, but we don't need to get into game details. I think we were still in the locker room when they decided to start playing the game, but that got taken care of quickly. Don't worry.
Well, did they score first, and then you guys like, oh, we should probably play now? Is that what happened?
Basically, yeah. Like we three and out, and then they had like a 60-yard run and got down to the 4-yard line, and then put it in, and we're like, okay, this is something needs a little bit of correcting, so let's go ahead and take care of it. And then it should have been like 52-7, but they freaking couldn't finish any drives for some reason. So,
maybe they just don't have what it takes.
What about Oregon? How did they look? Because I didn't see that game.
They played Nicholls State. They're like
they played
Division
Nicholls State.
8. Nicholls State is in Division 8. They have reverse scholarships. Kids pay the school to play football for them. I mean, come on. Like, that is just...
The first 3 games are pretty meaningless for Oregon, but it was like 66-3. Wasn't, and like the thing that bugs me about Oregon right now is like it's only 66-3, something like that.
Stand up-ish, dude.
And like the third quarter when we had our second and third stringers in, they still scored like 21 points, just the third quarter alone. But what bugs me right now about Oregon, and I love that we're winning. I love everything about it, but it's like a 1-half game. Like only the first half is fun to watch. The second half, because it's all like we're so far ahead. And we put our second and third stringers in there. It's just like, I'm ready for something else.
Well,
so
I guess have we officially transitioned to college football talk now?
Yeah, I put timestamp as 3 minutes.
That's what happened. Though one thing that was interesting about the game, because there's a new rule about targeting in college football, and one of the players, the defensive player, I think it was like a safety or something, he got ejected from the game because he led his hit with the crown of his helmet. And it was a crazy play, and the quarterback, I mean, he was hurting, you could tell, because he like slid, and then the other guy like led with the head of his crown and like hit him like right on the chin, and then he like smacked his head on the ground as he was sliding, and it looked pretty bad for the quarterback. But I don't know, I like the rule because I think it's good for the safety of the players, but it's so hard right now to be on the defense because there's so many rules that prevent you from, I guess, doing your job. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I'm not familiar with the exact play, but I mean, I've heard of the rule.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, the rule in general.
Yeah, I've heard the rule.
The rule is ridiculous because you should be able to objectively state being able to subjectively rule on a penalty, saying you led with this or you led with that. Whenever that is the anatomical front positioning of your body, because that's how humans are built, is kind of silly. If you would just say that was a malicious hit and make a malicious hit a 15-yard penalty and take all the same whatever it is that you get from leading with the helmet, the ejection, whatever, if you rule that this is a malicious hit, then you can say that's what you're trying to prevent anyways, a malicious hit. You're trying to keep people safe.
Yep.
But, you know, the head is in front of the body. What are you going to do? Tuck it between your legs like Wake Forest?
You just wait, dude. This is the best team on paper that we've had since the year that we beat Florida State and won the ACC championship in 2006. So you just wait a few weeks. After we roll over Clemson in Death Valley, which a game I'm hoping to go to, then that will show you that we will clearly roll over Florida State and your freshman.
Well, if you roll over Clemson, that's a big win because didn't Clemson beat Georgia?
Yeah, Clemson is going to lose to somebody that is well below their talent level as usual. So
that's what happened to Oregon State this weekend.
I saw that they lost, but
Eastern
I don't remember who they lost
Washington,
to. Eastern,
which is
They might be Division 1. I don't remember.
I don't know what division they are, but I know that whatever like conference they're in, they won. They're like the best team in their conference. I think whatever division they're in, they won their national championship. So they're a pretty good team, and they run a similar Oregon type offense, which is very fast paced, like the spread option. But this just sucks for Oregon State because they were supposed to have like a 9-win season.
They're supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, and that's not a good start. Because I was hoping, because the Civil War is like huge over here in Oregon between Oregon and Oregon State, and it's always the last game of the season. And I was hoping to see, because last year Oregon State was like 7-0, and then they had a quarterback problem, and then dropped like the last 4. But I was hoping to have like, basically the winner of the Civil War in Oregon go to the Pac-12 championship, and then on to either the Rose Bowl or a BCS Bowl. But that's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
So pretty much it's Stanford and Oregon. So let's see what goes. Let's go.
We're going to talk about Johnny Manziel next. Before we do
Johnny
that,
freaking football.
Before Bondfire gets riled up about Johnny football, I just want to say that when we get to 15 combined viewers between the two streams, mine and Whackmed's, which we're currently sitting at 8, so we need 7 more viewers.
7 more people.
We are going to give away a $20 Microsoft Point card or PSN card, depending on your allegiance. So invite your friends.
Please. It's not allegiance.
Your allegiance.
Fanboys here.
Your allegiance. It's all about your allegiance. So invite your friends, tweet the stream out, just try to get people in here so that you can win a prize, because you're just going to be selfish, and that's the only reason you're going to invite people anyways. So yes, let's talk about Johnny Football. I want to take this one because I'm really pissed off about this situation. So a week ago when school started at my school, or it started 2 weeks ago, but I had this conversation a week and a half, I don't remember, but I'm in high school, obviously, but the middle school dean at my school, because it's kindergarten through 12th grade, is graduated from Texas A&M, and he's a big sports fan, and he was the baseball coach when I played baseball in middle school. So like we have a pretty good relationship, and we talk about sports and stuff a lot. So I saw him in the hallway, and I asked him, "What do you think about Johnny Football?" And he said, "Well, what do you think?" And I said, "I think he's a punk." And then he brought up, so it's not okay for him to party and stuff and all that stuff, because he's a college kid and everything. And he's basically defending him, and basically saying that none of the things he did was really bad at this point, because he did get found not guilty of the autograph situation and all that stuff. But I said, something about his attitude, I can't place a finger on it. Something about his attitude just rubs me the wrong way, and he seems arrogant. Mm-hmm. And this weekend we had that proven to us, because he had gesture after gesture and comment after comment to the Rice players, who were competing pretty well with the first half version of Texas
the first half
A&M.
was a great game.
Yeah. And he, obviously, for those of you who don't know, he got the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty because he turned around, he was trash-talking the Rice players, and he pointed up at the scoreboard after he scored a touchdown, and the referees, he must have said something that ticked off the referees, because they both were, they both reacted strongly to it. And then he made the cash gestures after every touchdown and stuff, which he did last year, but still, it's still kind of not good.
It has more meaning this year.
Yes, and then he apparently said to a Rice player that you can't have my autograph or something like that, and did a little autograph gesture to him as well. And so basically, it is evident to me...
Which should have got him ejected, considering what's going on with him right now.
I
agree. Yep.
He led with the crown of his pen.
Yes.
Sorry.
But long story short, he's basically proven that he's a complete punk, and that he thinks he's above the law, and he has no respect for his opponents of the game, or for his teammates rather, because and first of all, I want to say I'm not that mad, because I know in 2 weeks when they play Alabama, some big 300-something pound defensive tackle is going to bust through that offensive line and going to just flatten him. And God forbid that he gets under the pile if he fumbles or anything, because he may not make it out. But that being said...
Have you ever been at the bottom... Can I interrupt you? You ever been at the bottom of one of those piles?
I haven't.
I
don't think I've been in the pile before. I don't think I've been dead at the bottom.
I've been close to the bottom of it, and it is not a pretty place to be at all.
Doesn't sound like it.
There are much better places to be. Stuck in a landfill with no legs, may be a better place to be than in the bottom of a dog pile. Not knocking
or
anybody
in
with
a
no
trailer
legs,
park, going like this.
You know, he's just as much a punk as that guy, what's his name, LeGarrette Blount?
The guy who punched the Boise State kid in the
Yeah.
face. That's the Oregon guy, so
Yeah, I was
I know
gonna say, the pride of
Bondfire
Oregon.
knows who you're talking about, yeah.
He's a heck of a running back, though, dude. He really
Oh,
is.
We've had some great running backs
solid.
the last couple of years.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's solid.
Who just graduated from there? Brooke
That's Kenyon Barner,
Kenyon
now
Barner.
a member of the Carolina Panthers.
Just
Yep.
before
Up the
that.
depth chart.
LaMichael
Before
James.
that was-
Michael James. That kid.
That
He
guy
hasn't
is
really,
a
he hasn't really
beast.
done anything in the NFL, has he?
No, well, he's behind a couple of San Francisco. I don't know the specific. I know
It's
Frank Gore
San
and someone
Francisco.
else, but yeah, he's in San Francisco. I mean, he's
I forget who the other
one
one
hell
is.
of a running back. Holy crap! Yeah, he was fun to watch.
Yeah, Oregon.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel. I thought one of the players was asking him for the autograph. One of the Rice players. That's what I thought was going on when that was happening. But I think that's hilarious. He is such a punk, and I think half of the reason why he's so even more so arrogant and disrespectful is his punishment for this whole scandal was half a game. You had to sit out for 30 minutes.
Now here's where
That's
I'm
a
going to
joke.
disagree. Here's where I'm going to disagree because didn't he get found not? Didn't they find that he didn't take any money?
I honestly don't know the outcome
The
of that.
report that I saw said that he didn't take any money, so I was questioning why he got suspended at all if he didn't take any money. If I were Texas A&M as an institution and as a coach of the team, I would have suspended him for the first game total just for his actions this
Sure.
offseason and bringing bad light onto the program and onto the school and misrepresenting everybody else around him.
Mm-hmm.
But for the NCAA to suspend him for half a game when he was found to not be guilty of what they were accusing him of, I don't understand how he got suspended at all.
Sure,
Personally.
but I agree. I think it's one game or nothing. I mean, the half a game is a joke. It makes the NCAA look bad. It makes Texas A&M looks bad. Johnny Manziel is sitting there laughing on the sidelines at this whole thing. It's a joke. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
One other thing I would also like to bring up is that the coach Kevin Sumlin, the head coach of Texas A&M, said after the game in the post-game interview or whatever that because if you don't know, he pulled out Johnny Manziel, pulled him out of the game after the unsportsmanlike penalty. And they were up like 52-31 at this point, so obviously they had the game in hand. And he said that it was our principle and we don't allow that, and it was time for him to sit down, whatever. What if you're up by 7 against Alabama at the start of the fourth quarter and he gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty? You gonna pull him out then? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So saying that it's on your principle to pull him out of the game and all that stuff, that's a load of bull crap. Okay, you only pulled him out because honestly, you probably would have pulled him out anyways because you're up by 3 touchdowns. You probably put the backups in regardless.
Whoa.
But I kind of was disappointed by that.
Yeah, well,
Fake showing of honor and whatever.
All of his actions are just it's making everyone on that sideline and that school just look so bad. And it's like, yeah, he's young, he wants to go out and party and all that. But you have to realize you've been given such a grand opportunity. You've won the Heisman Trophy. You're getting the opportunity to hang out with professional athletes like LeBron James and things like that. All these opportunities. Your family's wealthy. You need to learn how to handle that. I know you're young, but when you're given an opportunity like that, you need to step up and, be a man and, yeah, you can consider yourself a kid, but no.
No, you can't
Sorry,
consider
buddy.
yourself a kid.
You lost that.
And even if you do consider yourself a kid, it doesn't mean you get to go all Miley Cyrus whenever you want to.
Oh, God. Don't even... You know what? I want to make one comment about the Miley Cyrus situation, though, in all seriousness. How come Robin Thicke, who was in the performance with her, is getting no flack? Because he was basically, doing as much garbage as...
No.
But not as much. But
he came out and said he was pissed at what she was doing.
I did not see that. Did he speak that?
No, he was pissed. He said in the walkthrough, she didn't fondle him or touch him like that, and didn't try to rape him with a finger or whatever. He came out like immediately after the show, and I'm not going to advocate anybody go back and watch it. But if you do, and you pay attention to him, he is pretty standoffish about the whole thing. Like, he tries to get...
Where did he say this? Because I don't see it on his Twitter account.
It was in some news things that I looked up.
I don't doubt the validity of your point, though. I'm
good, because I
can't
can't substantiate it. But it was in maybe MSN.com that said that he was mad because they didn't do that in the walkthrough. That she wasn't nearly as raunchy in the walkthrough, and it kind of makes me wonder if MTV would have even let her go forward. I don't think they would have stopped her, but wow.
That was just a bad situation all around.
Did you see that Lady Gaga is taken up for her? Ooh.
I did not see that.
Right?
It surprises me, actually. And
really?
Yeah, because I just don't see how anybody would want to put themselves on the line. Especially given her past, Miley Cyrus's past, that is, not Lady Gaga's. I don't, and you know what? We're trending into so much pop culture talk here. I don't even know what's happened to this show and its roots. But just given Miley Cyrus's past and everything, I don't get why anybody would want to come out in her defense at a time like this, put themselves on the line for someone who isn't known for being the most responsible, upstanding citizen.
Some other uncorroborated, I have no evidence for thing is that I heard from a coworker that they saw something that said that Disney was looking to file action because she has forever tarnished Hannah Montana.
Ooh. That's interesting.
Well,
Can they do that?
Disney is actually Disney told, what's her name, Annette Funicelli, the Frankie and the Annette from the 60s?
But
yeah, she was never allowed to play anything and take any racy roles, even after she was no longer a Mouseketeer.
Wow.
And that's one of the reasons.
Why didn't they do that with Britney Spears?
Because I don't know. Really and truly, I don't know.
Okay, I was just wondering. Speaking of Robin Thicke, he looked like freaking Beetlejuice. What a clown! That's all I gotta say. Beetlejuice.
Did you see that? That was it a meme or just a photo that was? I think I saw a meme with it in there.
I think it was a meme. I think I know what you're talking about.
Meme.
Meme.
May.
May.
Meme's kids.
Look at, go down here and look at this May.
What you talking about?
Oh, good.
Oh man. Man.
Oh, wonderful stuff.
I will say again, I've seen parts of VMAs only due to my significant other, but I will say that Justin Timberlake's
You watched it and you liked it. Don't lie. You liked it.
Justin Timberlake's performance was fantastic.
No response.
I don't even like that guy.
Are you a fan of NSYNC?
No, not at all.
Not a fan of NSYNC?
No, you gotta admit though, I mean, he went on for like 15 minutes doing like 30 of his songs, and
I didn't watch it, so
you're not a fan of NSYNC.
I don't like watching boy bands because I'm not
even
a hippie,
even if the tap water is 98 degrees.
Hippies really like boy bands. Come on.
You're not.
I know that doesn't even make sense.
Oh, come on!
Exactly.
You're not a fan of NSYNC, even if the water is 98 degrees, while you're washing off your O-Town?
That flew over my head.
That flew over your head. I got every single reference, but I'm just not impressed by it.
Wait, could you repeat it
Did
again?
I repeat that? You're not a fan of NSYNC, even if the water is 98 degrees while you're washing off your O-Town? All three are boy bands from
I'm
the
lost.
90s.
I'm lost.
98 degrees, O-Town. Is there really that much of a generation gap right now?
I think I've heard of 98 Degrees, but I'm not familiar with O-Town.
O-Town had what was their
Who?
song?
Nick Lachey.
Nick Lachey. I've heard that name.
He was
before.
married to Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson.
I know. I've heard his name before. I don't know anything about
back
him.
when she was hot. All right. You deflowered her?
Then Tony Romo came in.
and it's back to football. That's how we do
it. Then Tony Romo came in, and she went to his game, and he couldn't play at all. Like, he was worse than Tim Tebow at that point.
And here's the thing. Even though he sucks, he's still getting it.
Oh, life of an NFL player. There you go. Life of Tim Tebow. You suck at football, but you're the most popular player, one of the most popular players in the league. But, whatever. We don't need to get back into that. We can segue to our concert topic.
Did you see Will Smith's family and kids' reaction to Miley Cyrus?
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome. Like, what would your face have looked like whenever this was going on? Like, you look up and see something.
Probably something similar. I'd be like, what the heck am I watching?
Well, see, I didn't watch it live. I watched a YouTube video of it later when I heard about it, so I was expecting it, so I didn't get caught off guard like other people may have.
Have you ever seen anything at a concert that was of that type or that grand of a shock value?
No, I haven't. No. Again, I haven't been to too many concerts, to be honest with you guys. But I did figure out because we're gonna ask a question: what is your favorite concert and why that you've been to? And I'll go ahead and answer. So, my senior year of high school, I entered a contest to win a trip to what's called the Gravity Games. So it's similar to what the X Games is, and this is done in Cleveland, Ohio.
Gravity Games. Go ahead.
Okay, man. Some of your jokes, man.
Sorry,
I don't know.
Hold on, it'll get better.
I think you're off your game today. There you go. I like that one. So, anyways, I actually won the trip, and I wanted to take my mom because me and her don't get to do too many things like that together. So me and her, we go fly to Cleveland. It's all paid for. And the first night when we get there, because it's like the opening ceremonies and type, before all the finals and all that, there was a big concert. And we went and checked it out, and it was awesome because it had Yellow Card, which they got pretty big. I like them. And then the big hit of the band, I forget what band it was, but it has Dave Navarro. That band he was in, Whackman.
Dave Navarro, was he in 9 Inch Nails?
No. And it had the lead, Jules. Somebody help me out.
He's like 45 seconds behind, but we gotta wait for Jules to help you out. Who is Navarro in?
Jane's Addiction.
Yes, that's who it was. Yes, so I got to see them, and I don't know, just the whole show. Oh, also Simple Plan was there too. So Simple Plan, Yellow Card, and Jane's Addiction. So I don't know, it was a great show. I don't know, it was just fun. I liked all the bands. It was just cool to see like a big band like Jane's Addiction with such a well-known guitar player like Dave Navarro, on stage doing their thing still, and I don't know, it was cool. Glad to be a part of it, and it was a free trip. Come on.
True.
Amazing trip. And we also got to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too, for free, which was cool.
And I just want to point out for those of you watching on Twitter's stream on YouTube that Jules actually did know the answer.
Yes, thank you, Jules. It's appreciated.
Shout out to Strictly Business Gaming and Whackman's chat also.
For sure.
Oh, what up, guys?
Hey, I'm
welcome.
Welcome to the stream.
Hey, tweet us out. Get some more viewers in here.
I think they did.
Oh, I think I'm not on my Twitter.
I don't see it, but it came up on my phone, which was what all the noise is about.
We need 6 more viewers to do a giveaway. Just everybody's on the same page. We're sitting at a combined 9 viewers, and we're doing it at 15. So when we get 6 more viewers, actually now 5. Someone just turned the stream on. Well done. We need 5 more viewers. Yeah, we need 5 more viewers now for the giveaway. So
welcome. Tweet it out. Everybody just join in. Also, we're taking topic suggestions if you want to hear something that
specifically addressed. We'll
build it specific.
In.
Yeah,
yeah. There's some topic suggestions at us as well.
We want to interact with you folks.
Yes, there's literally nothing going on in the gaming world, so that's why we've been talking about all these, pop culture and stuff. Even though I don't know if any of us really enjoy any of that stuff.
And if there is something more specific that we can discuss in gaming that maybe we have passed over or covered privately in our own channels, We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back around to here.
We're always ready to bring it back. Always. That's what we do. Full circle. There it is.
Yeah, like we somehow fit the Tebow reference into Miley Cyrus talk.
Yeah, if you can put Miley Cyrus talk with Tim Tebow talk, that's pretty awesome. I feel like we've made an accomplishment already today.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a 3-bar exploits highlight right there.
So, Oyster, what's the most shocking thing you've seen at a concert?
Well, okay, most shocking
Yeah,
thing?
I was like, wait a second, that wasn't the question.
Well, no, it wasn't the question. Modification.
Okay.
So it's still shocking thing. It's still the question.
Right.
Because I don't know if I've seen anything like overly shocking in a concert. Really, I try to think here.
I saw a terrible performance of some rapper. I think his name's like Tyga, Tyga.
I've heard of him, even though I don't like rap. But yeah.
No, I don't either. Because I was at the Do Action Sports Tour, which comes to Portland. Hasn't last year, but it's like, I don't know. It's awesome. It's action sports, so like skateboarding, BMX, motocross stuff, and they do a concert like the first night. And I went to that, and the highlights or the headline band was Gym Class Heroes, but they had Tyga before them, and I'm just like, who is this guy? And just gets on the stage. He's got like some DJ dude with a laptop pressing play, and then he just grabs a microphone and goes, and it was stupid. So that was pretty shockingly dumb.
Well, obviously, the reason I thought of this topic is because I went to a concert on Friday night, and it was 5 bands that were playing, but I only saw 4 of them because I got there a little bit late. But I hadn't heard of the first 2 bands, which one of them was We As Human, and these are all like metal bands. No, not necessarily metal, but heavy metal and or hard rock. And one of the bands, the second band was In This Moment, and they are female fronted, and they like, you guys are familiar with Alice Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, okay. So, and you know, he's kind of like, his whole thing is that he puts on this, amazing show, and it's supposed to be, like this spectacle kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they were kind of trying to rip him off in the sense that it was a female-fronted band, and they had these 2 dancing girls who were just like gyrating themselves, and they had all these props and stuff. But then the people in the band like barely moved. Like they had all these props everywhere, and also the music was not that good. I mean, they were all right. It was just like generic heavy metal though. Like it wasn't anything special. And it's like they used all these props and stuff, and they barely even moved around the stage or anything, which was kind of disappointing. So, and someone put in my chat suggesting who will Envy pick up. We're going to talk about the whole Optic Envy situation coming up soon. That's one of our topics on our list.
Yes.
So stay tuned. We will be talking about that. And we are at 11 still. 11 or 12 combined viewers, something like that. So we'll need a few more viewers to give away $20 in PSN or Microsoft points too.
Back to the most shocking thing.
Newsflash, though. Jules just said he's Iron Man. It's out there.
What?
Jules said he's Iron Man. It's out there.
He is Iron Man.
Yep.
For the next
I'm confused.
Sorry, that was totally random.
For the next Iron Man
confused.
movie, who's being picked for the next Iron Man movie?
Oh, he put it in the chat. I thought I'd share it.
I think you make a better Batman.
In the chat.
What?
Than Ben Affleck?
Than Ben Affleck.
Affleck.
I think Tebow would make a better Batman than Ben Affleck.
Oh,
I can't say I agree.
Well, Tim Tebow saves lives on a daily basis, so clearly he could fit the role flawlessly.
Wow.
In my opinion.
Wow. So I went to a Death Clock concert. It was in Orlando. I want to say it was in Orlando.
Did he say Death Clock?
Death Clock. DEATHKLOK or something like that.
Oh God, the K's make it even more
metal.
Have you
ever on Adult Swim Metalocalypse? No, the show.
I've heard of it.
Metalocalypse on Adult Swim.
I've heard of Metalocalypse. Yes.
So Death Clock comes out and they're blacked out on stage. The live band comes out to play, and they're blacked out on stage, and you can see like silhouettes. So pure country movie throwback. It could be anybody up on stage, but. And we were sitting so far back at the Hard Rock that we couldn't see him anyway. But so you basically watch the cartoon Metalocalypse while these guys are playing their music, and I can't understand any of it anyway. Metal, that type of metal is just too much for me. It's one of those where every word is I don't understand any of it. But more power to you. Some of the guitar riffs are outstanding. But all of a sudden you're watching this Metalocalypse cartoon while they're playing their music, which is kind of cool. And all of a sudden, there's this anime porn that comes on, and it's like,
What?
What?
didn't see that
Wait, what?
coming. Yeah, the Metalocalypse
Anime porn?
yeah, the Metalocalypse cartoon. Took one of their guys is just going at it. I'm like, that's a little peculiar. I've never.
That's a little bit odd.
I didn't see that coming. And that's a next song, please.
Wow.
Oh well.
Dang.
But who was the other? There was some other band. Something on Fire is a smaller band. Something on Fire or Fire on something. It was a
Alexis on Fire.
Say again.
Alexis on Fire.
Maybe I really couldn't tell you, but
Okay.
I actually went to see a different band that was. we went to see Mastodon. One of my
I think I've heard of
coworkers was doing the keyboards for Mastodon at the time, and we went to see Mastodon, and Death Clock was the headlining band, which was really kind of cool.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
If you could see any band, past, present, what would it be?
The Who.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The Who.
I've always
because
had.
at the time the Who was popular and doing live concerts and whatnot. They were promoted as the loudest band on earth. Plus, they had some pretty awesome music. Behind Blue Eyes, one of my favorite songs ever.
They did. They did. Oyster?
Well, I've always had kind of this top 5 list of bands I want to see, which has kind of fluctuated over time.
Sure.
But I've seen most of the bands that I want to see. Just because the only reason is because my dad and myself have like the same exact musical interests almost. So anytime a band comes to town that either one of us want to see, the other one usually does too. So it kind of makes sense for us to go. Like it's never like, oh, I want to see this band, but he doesn't, so we don't go, or vice versa.
That's cool.
So I'd say the one band that one of the bands that's not together anymore in reality that I would wish I could have seen is Guns N' Roses.
Oh, that's a good
Because
one.
even though they still, well, I've seen most of the bands I want to see, so that's one of the few that I haven't seen that I will never be able to see in all likelihood that I wish I could have.
Axl Rose is a total pansy, and he makes me hate all Guns N' Roses just because of who he is.
Wow.
He got mad at the sound guy at one concert. He got mad at the sound guy and threw the microphone at him, and I swear he threw like, and it was like throwing the microphone off the stage and almost didn't make it off stage. He had the arm of a 4-year-old girl.
Would you say he has the arm of Tim Tebow?
He had no. Tim Tebow's got a way better arm.
Oh my god.
Tim Tebow's got a way better arm.
Welcome, Mr. Punkman. He is here.
Punkman's here.
He was able to come to the stream. We welcome you. I think I got 2. It's a tie between 2. And I would say either AC/DC, just because I know they would put on one hell of a show.
True.
And I love all their music. Or Rush, because Neil Peart on the drums is an absolute beast. One of the best drummers all time.
I've seen Rush and AC/DC. I saw Rush like in October, and they were fantastic. They were so good that they just kind of jammed for a while. Like they didn't even play, and like I was just zoned out, and I missed like 8 songs. Like they just put 8 songs in a row, just they didn't stop playing. It was just like flawless. It was just fantastic.
So other honorable mentions.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that would be a great show.
Other honorable mentions.
What?
Like you limited it to one.
I want to see Avenged Seven. I want to see Avenged Sevenfold.
Journey is in my chat. Let's see who else. The Clash. I don't know.
The Clash.
I don't know what is. I saw Alice in Chains. That was a pretty cool concert in Atlanta.
Oh, nice.
They put on a pretty good concert.
Every time I Alice in Chains, I think of or maybe that's not Alice in Chains. I don't know. Alice Cooper, right? That's who it is. I think of Wayne's World. Yeah, I mean Alice Cooper. I don't know. I always think of that because they go to his concert and then they talk to him backstage, and I love those movies.
Metallica gets a mention.
Yeah, I almost picked them because I know that they'd be awesome.
Metallica. They weren't bad, but they were a bit underwhelming. I've also seen Styx.
When did you see them? Like at what point during their career?
Jules said Styx. I've seen them. They were pretty good. I saw Metallica in 2009.
Oh, okay.
2008, 2009. I think.
So I'd want to see them like in the late '80s, like in their prime.
What about Kiss?
Yeah.
Which one?
I've seen Kiss I've seen Kiss 3 times.
They're supposed to have a really awesome concert. I'm not much on their
music. It's a bit. Well, I mean, it's awesome. I personally think Motley Crue puts on a better show. I've seen Motley Crue 3 times, and I saw them together. And Kiss. I mean, it's a great spectacle and everything. So, I mean, you're kind of right there. I mean, it's worth seeing them if you haven't seen.
I wish I would have seen Ozzy Osbourne back in his bat-biting days, not like Sharon now, but back when he could actually walk without a cane or something.
What about like Black Sabbath days?
Yeah, War Pigs when it came out somewhere in that area where that would. I think he'd have put on a really good concert. I've never seen anything bad.
I agree.
Who did it? YYZ Rush. I've seen some of their stuff on YouTube, and if they put on a good concert like that every time, then that's pretty good. The people I would be amiss if I didn't talk about Kill Clouseau, who actually did my intro music until recently and my outro music. They put on a really good concert. You knew Butterbean from wrestling? Butterbean, great big guy, bald head. Was 15 years ago was a wrestler. Their lead singer looks like him, except he's much thinner. And they do some really awesome music. So I got links to that in my channel all the time. So
nice.
But that's local people, and most people probably haven't heard of them. Yeah. You can also check them out on CD Baby and iTunes.
All right.
Cool.
Any more concert music talk?
I think another band that I've always liked is The Used. I've always liked their music. I think they'd be a good show. Have you guys heard of those? Them? Maybe?
The Used. Are they what kind of music is that?
It's rock, I guess. I don't know. There's so many variations of like rock. Yeah, it's called The Used.
Oh, The Used.
I'm sure The Used. Yeah, they had a couple big hits. They're still going around though. I love their style of music. I think it's great. They were big in like the 2005, 2006 is when I think they peaked a little bit, like more mainstream.
Can you name a couple of their songs, maybe?
No.
I can. The Taste of Ink was a big one. It's on my iTunes, which are yeah. Screamo. Jules says it's Screamo, so there you go.
And he says they are amazing. I hate Screamo. I hate any kind of music that involves screaming or growling or anything as vocals. Because what aggravates me more than anything is when I'm listening to the radio, and I usually listen to the Octane channel on Sirius XM because they play like current hard rock and stuff. And what aggravates me the most is when I hear this like beast guitar riff or something, or this like awesome song that starts up, and then right when the vocals come in, it's and just like that. Like I'm like, well, song's ruined. There you go. It's done. Like that's just so frustrating because you have a great song completely ruined by that, and it's just it sucks.
The opposite side of that spectrum is who does that? Some of those at work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. The song itself is, I mean, I understand the lyrics are pretty good, but the song, the music for it is awesome. Is it Rage Against the Machine? No.
When I listen to music, man, the vocals, like the actual lyrics is like the last thing I hear. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my musical background. That's like the last thing I hear.
Yeah, but
I listen to the actual instruments more, but
being disappointed when you get to the actual singing, because the song starts off, really awesome music, and then it gets to the lyrics, and you're like, I'll go ahead and change the channel now. This kind of sucks.
I was in a band that was like that. Like, believe that or not, Bondfire was in a band. I played the drums in the band, and it was me, two of my best friends, and this other guy that we went to high school with. Who the other guy was the lead singer, and like all of our music was so good, and that's what because we played a couple shows, and everyone's like, "Man, the music is so good," but when the singer starts singing, I lose it, because he tried to do like the screamo, and then when he would actually sing, he was so off key. It was just so bad, and it was hard.
Yeah.
A lot of fun though, I must say. Like actually playing on stage and stuff, and I'm sure Oyster, you can relate to this.
Yeah.
It's just so much. There's no other feeling like it. It's so fun. It's a good rush too.
Playing on stage is. I've only done it one time, and
Yeah.
I've sang backup vocals or harmony vocals in a couple of times for different bands, but.
Did you do that in a gospel band? Did you sing backup vocals in a gospel band? Please say yes. Please say yes, because I got something good.
In a gospel band, yes.
Yes. Okay. So I could easily see Whackman sitting back here, like swinging side to side and snapping and singing the gospel backup vocals and just be singing like this.
Hold on. Is he wearing a robe? He's wearing one of those robes.
Wearing a robe.
I have a robe.
I can so see that like perfectly in my mind right now.
Oh, a couple lines from that.
Oh my god,
that's so good. You know,
you gotta have the vibrato
backup
in your voice
vocals. Too. Playing the drums and even doing backup vocals is so difficult. Like people who actually do that, like I think the Eagles had their drummer like does singing and stuff. How?
Genesis,
so hard.
Phil Collins.
It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, Phil Collins.
Mastodon. Their drummer sings some. Or maybe he sings.
Very difficult.
The rhythm and then between the rhythm and then the way that the vocals have to come out and the rhythm of the vocals being different than the rhythm of the music, and sometimes intentionally so.
Yeah.
It's hard to play bass and do that at the same time sometimes.
Bass is really the hardest instrument to play and sing at the same time if it's like a standard song, because the bass is always exactly with the beat, and if the vocals aren't exactly with the beat, then you've got two different rhythms in your head at the same time.
Most of the time your vocals are syncopated, so.
And I'm not a good bass player, so with a pick I'm a good bass player. But
so there we go. We're gonna have to start a band. We've got a drummer, a guitarist, and a bassist. We just need somebody to sing for us.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
This makes the perfect group.
Well, based on Whackman's UAV song, I'm pretty sure that he can just fill in on vocals, just slide right in easily and do vocals.
You know, I've got other original songs that I thought about doing, like some, because I can't play drums to save my life. I can beat a steering wheel to death.
I can play drums.
Skins in front of me, and I can't do it. But I've got other songs. Maybe I should do other songs too. I played the banjo in the movie Deliverance. Whack did not play the banjo in the movie Deliverance. I can't play a banjo, but I could try.
Oyster, can you play the banjo? Because banjo's actually really difficult.
I've always wanted to try, but I can't. Is Deliverance that a horror film that they have the four guys? Yes, it is. Oh God.
You sure got it.
I feel like I should. I feel like I should share some instrumental music me and my band played. And there's no vocals, but just instrumental. I feel like I should share that. How do I do that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because it's not on YouTube. It's not on YouTube.
Oh,
why are you looking that up? It has been tweeted out. Oyster, you want to segue us to...
Yes, as we segue to Whackman's random question. Obviously, we still... I'm not even sure what our total... I'm reading Jules commenting on the movie in the chat, that's why I'm laughing. But, so we've still got the giveaway at 15 combined viewers between the two streams. That means my stream plus Whackman's stream. At 15 total between the two, we're going to be giving away a $20 Microsoft Points card or PSN card, one or the other, depending on what you are. But Strictly Business is now thrown in that at 20 viewers, if we manage to get 20 viewers in this stream, we are going to give away a wireless Xbox 360 controller. Yay! So, that's obviously $60 value, 100% free for you. So,
just for participating in this great podcast.
We need like 10 more viewers, I think, something like that, and then if we get there, we will ask. I think the way we decide we do the giveaways, you guys all type in the chat, pick a number between 1 and 50, and then we'll hold up the number that we choose, and whoever is closest, you will win the Xbox 360 controller and or the Microsoft Points card when we get to 15 viewers. So tweet out the stream and all that stuff and share it with your friends so you guys can, I know you guys want to get that new DLC for Black Ops 2. Maybe you don't have enough Microsoft Points, or maybe you gotta wait. On PlayStation and download it. So you guys really need these points and stuff so that you can. And also Wii points, if Wii points even exist. Jules wants some Wii points.
Hey, no, actually, I would rather have some Wii points because I want to complete my collection of the old 8-bit games that they have on their virtual console, #DRM.
Well,
Okay,
what's
so out of the
random
8-bit
question?
games, since only 2 of us have played those types of games, what's your favorite one?
Oh, the original Legend of Zelda was the best Legend of Zelda. I could play that game
It's
for a
good.
really long time. Mega Man 6.
Okay.
Um,
Oyster, have you played 8-bit games?
yes,
I
me
don't-
points are real.
I don't think so.
Like
I
the
don't think
original
so.
Nintendo or even Atari?
I've played Pong. Does that count?
How many
guess.
how many viewers are you sitting at right now?
We're at 12 combined. We need
I've
3
got
more for the
7.
code.
You've only got 5?
Only got 5, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where are my
we
subs?
we love every
it
one
hit
of
the
you.
sub box. Come on. But yeah, we need 3 more. We need 3 more viewers to give away the Microsoft points or PSN code. So you guys tweet the stream. Seriously, like I'm demanding it now. I'm not
Yes.
asking you to. I'm telling you to. Tweet the stream because I want to.
actually,
I
we
want
wanna
to
do
give you
giveaway.
my money.
Yeah.
I want to give you my money. Tweet the stream, please.
That actually
Yeah.
feeds
Okay, that's-
into the random question, which is
Uh-oh.
what is
Oh, really?
worse? Having expectations that are too high or having no expectations at all?
It's always
Dang.
good when there's silence after the question. That means you got to
Yeah,
do
that
one
means
there,
it's
my
Westman.
job.
thought provoker.
Yep. Good job. Interesting.
Expectations that are too high or no expectations at all?
I'm going to go with no expectations at all.
Okay.
Reason being is because if you have no expectations at all, to me that also tells me you have no drive and no goals because you're not expecting anything, so you don't want anything. And I think that's worse than having those aspirations, having those goals, and not being able to attain them, a la Tim Tebow. It always comes back to Tim Tebow.
I like him, yes.
So that's what I'm going with. I think it's better to have those aspirations and, maybe you don't achieve them, but at least you had something to go for. At least you're shooting for something, you're going for something. And if you don't, then you have no direction. And you always got to have one direction.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did. That was.
It was
Can't
pretty
believe-
bad, but I had to do it.
I can't believe
I had
that
to
just.
do it.
I
can't
thought
believe
I heard
just
that, and then
happened.
I look over, and your face is all like.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. Oyster, or do you want me to answer? I know you like to go last.
Well, I don't always like to go last, so it depends. So no expectations or too high expectations. I feel. God, okay. This is tough because I know the right answer, really, like as far as just having good life morals and everything, should be to have too high expectations because you don't want to just live with no expectations and be content with never accomplishing anything. So in theory, I know that is what the right answer should be, but
No, there was a right answer.
well, based on like logical like morals and stuff, and not wanting to just be a waste of life your entire existence, that seems to be what that would lead to.
Okay.
However, at the same time, it's like if you have too high of expectations and you can never achieve them, aren't you just going to feel like a terrible person all the time because everything you set your mind to and everything you try to accomplish, you never get there? Whereas if you had no expectations for anything and you just kind of lived in an ignorant bliss all the time of not accomplishing anything but not really caring, then you could still be happy in life, if that makes sense, whereas you're
I see
not
where you're
always
going.
feeling like a failure because you're not accomplishing what you want to.
True.
Okay.
So that's I didn't actually answer the question.
But, yeah,
So-
because you gave reasons for both.
Valid.
Right,
You can't choose
so
both.
I don't know.
That was
I
good
don't know.
reasoning, though. I see where you're going with that. You always got to go against the grain, don't you?
So, are you ignorant or are you picky?
You go, and I'll answer the question after. 'cause
I see he wants to go last.
It's not that I want to go last, it's just that I can't figure out which one I want to go with.
I publicly answered a question not long ago and said that you should aim high because even if you miss, you've done better than doing nothing at all. So, Philosophy 101 here on 3 Bar Exploits, episode number 15.
Also, now, according to the chat, someone just said set the bar at a reasonable, attainable level and the blow won't be as bad if you don't set the bar too high.
Yeah, well, sometimes 3 bars is a really high expectation in certain games.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, especially when it's a fake 3 bar and you're, really at a 1 bar. But anyways, I won't get into details. So I guess Whackbait kind of answered the question. I'll go with the same thing as Whackbait, just because, like, at least if you're striving to accomplish something but you never do, you're gonna accomplish something on the way. Like, even if your goal in life is become a millionaire and you end up as a 800,000 there or whatever, like, you still got the 800,000, so there's something to go for that. I mean, that's a bad analogy, I guess, but, like, or if your goal is to make it to the NFL and you get a Division I scholarship to play football, but you never make it to the NFL, well, at least you got to the Division I. Like, you still accomplished something even if you didn't get your exact goal.
And you got an education, most likely paid for.
Let's not kid ourselves.
You may never be an NFL quarterback, but you could at least be a tight end. Hey, stupid, wake up. Sorry.
It's always about Tim Tebow.
Always.
Oh, that's what you got out of that? I had no idea.
You were really subtle about it. I'll give you that. It took a lot of thinking to get there.
Stare the camera down and say, pay attention. Sorry. I do have another random question for later on in the show if we want to roll back around to one. So
let's go ahead, since we haven't talked about gaming at all on this podcast.
This by gamers podcast
for gamers. First of all, let me say, now that we're at a whopping 12 viewers, there should be enough ideas out there for you guys to suggest us topics.
Yeah.
Because there's basically nothing going on in the gaming world right now. So you guys should definitely be commenting topics in either one of the streams, telling us what you would like to hear us talk about. But in the meantime, while you guys figure that out, let's talk about Optic dropping on Merk and Envy and everything, and JCap leaving Envy to go to Optic.
Whoa, is that what happened?
Let's see, let me just check Optic Merk's Twitter feed.
I missed that memo. JCap left Envy to go to Optic.
Memo. Yes.
I did not know that.
After they dropped Merk. I feel
had to be done. Had to be done.
Okay.
I knew it was coming when I saw a little message that said Google Effects has been opened. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't want to spoil the moment, so I didn't say anything.
Good.
Wow.
But
that's pretty crazy though.
I guess we could transition to not get into like overly, competitive COD talk, because not everybody's always interested in that. Hippie. I will say that we could talk about how gaming in general is becoming more and more corporate and stuff like that. Like, that's something that that's what I took away from the whole conversation in general, because everybody on Twitter, not everybody thought this, but the general consensus was that Optic did this because Merk was not about the Minecraft grind, aka he wasn't making them enough money, he wasn't popular enough, and they might want to replace him. Because
am I allowed to go off now?
It's a scary question.
Uh-oh.
I'll finish my point and then yes. I forgot where I even was. Oh, jeez. I don't know. Is JCap better than Merk? Maybe a little bit.
Yes! Sorry. I'm holding it. I'm holding it.
Just holding it. But at the same time, like, it's not a huge difference really between the two. And Whackmad will probably disagree momentarily. Oh, God, look at those eyes.
He's getting angrier by the second. I'm actually turning red right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna let him speak because I can't even focus on what my point was gonna be.
Tebow is better than Merk, man. What are you talking about? The kid sucks.
You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having a negative KD when you're playing against the computer.
KD does not matter.
Thank you.
When you're
playing with his
kill death ratio does not matter.
When you're an anchor, you have 7 meaningful gunfights in the whole game.
If he's an anchor, he's the reason the team sank.
Then what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. He sucks. He's terrible.
That argument is completely invalid.
I just hate that he stole JCap from Envy because they are actually a team I want to see succeed.
First of all, Merk's going to go to Envy if he doesn't retire, so you can get ready for Envy to have the terribleness of Merk, as you say. I called that one on Twitter yesterday.
I don't want him on Envy.
Who else are they going to pick up?
Just trade him back and forth. This is not Kentucky.
Whackmed. Who's the best player on Envy right now? It's Karma. Okay. Yeah. Who's the smartest player on Envy right now?
Rambo.
It's Rambo. That leaves Proofy and JCap, who would never work in Black Ops 2 on the same team in the first place because they're both AR primary players.
But the game itself is over.
What do you mean?
What are there's like one more competition left before we go to Ghost?
There's at least 2, if not 3, depending on what they play at Columbus. But the point is that if there was a problem on Envy, it was either JCap or Proofy. Now, as one of those two were the weak link, just purely based on skill, because Rambo's the smartest player in the game. You can say whatever you want about his gun skill, but he's the smartest player in the game. Then you have Karma, who's probably the best player in the game overall, if not top 3, if not the best. So it's either JCap or Proofy. You can pick either one, but saying that, you know, JCap is 10 times better than Merk, the weakest player on Optic is Nade Shot. Okay, the weakest. If Optic made this, if Optic was like, okay, we're not winning, we need to drop a player purely to win, they would drop Nade Shot because he's the weak link. Optic is in the position, they're so popular, they could pick any player in the game they wanted. Except for maybe Aches or some of the complexity guys, any player on any team that they wanted to bring in, they could, because everybody wants to play on Optic because they know they will instantly become one of the top 10 most popular players.
I'm gonna go Donut Shop.
Optic could easily get any player they wanted, but they didn't drop Nade Shot because Nade Shot's the cash cow. And they said, you know what, if we have to drop somebody, Merk's the leftover because he's the least popular. He's the worst entertainer out of the group, but he's not the worst COD player, which shows that Optic is money hungry and shows that this is just not... that they're money hungry, and it shows that competitive COD and gaming in general is becoming too... corporate. I don't know. Corporate's not the right word. It's becoming too much about. It's becoming too much about business and not about fun and winning and everything. You know, that made gaming what it is.
The reason you know it's about business is because they swapped players. If this were about the win, then one would have been cut, went to free agency. Maybe the other one would have been pulled in. Maybe JCap would have been pulled in, and Merk would have been cut. But that doesn't mean that Envy had to turn around and pick up Merk. Why did you pick up Merk? You couldn't have gotten anyone
else?
I
don't think they've picked up Merk yet.
TacticalOyster is available on the professional circuit. He's better than Merk. Jules is, when he gets back from Afghanistan, he's better than Merk. You know what? My 11-year-old, as soon as I allow him to watch Call of Duty, he can be better than Merk.
You don't let him watch Call of Duty?
I'm just making things up now.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I know your kid plays Call of Duty.
Yeah. But he doesn't watch it.
Yeah, he plays it blind. He doesn't look at the screen as it's happening. He wears a blindfold. He plays it, but he doesn't watch it.
I'm going to play it like this, and I bet I can win.
Against Merk?
Prove it.
Whackmed, tell me why you think Merk... Why is Merk bad?
I've never seen a competition in which Merk went positive. On a single game of a single match. That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. You're consistently losing. You consistently are bad. Like, he can't even go... I've never seen him play a single match on any game type where he went even. Much less positive.
Clearly you don't watch enough, because I find it hard to believe that
because I'm watching good teams.
I'm going to Donut Shop.
I'm gonna have to leave if Merk goes to Envious. What? I'm gonna have to leave and go to Donut Shop or some completely obscure team.
In the words of, I don't even know if Donut Shop is still together. First of all, I guess they probably are. In the words of Stephen A. Smith, that is blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
Let's go ahead and at this point give a shout out to Strictly Business Gaming, and I want to give them a huge thumbs up for not having sent any of their players to Optic, Team Optic. Thank you for holding your people down. Thank you.
Ooh. You had to take the headphones off for a sec.
I just had to gather myself.
This good.
You've already broken one set of headphones this month. Well, last month. Don't break these two.
These aren't even mine. They're my dad's. I just grabbed them off the floor. They were laying in there in the other room. So
just because it's not yours doesn't mean you can break it.
I didn't say that's not what I said, okay?
It was implied.
Not what I said. Okay.
Now let me ask you this. So you said gaming, or I guess competitive gaming is going very corporate, or for lack of a better term, mainstream. Is that a bad thing? And if so, why?
It's good and bad. I mean, Bondfire, you went on a little tangent last week, and we're talking about how everybody wants to be a pro now, and what happened to just playing for fun and everything. Well, this is what's happening. There's more and more as it grows and becomes more popular. Then it's going to have more and more money put into it, because more and more people who are outsiders, have never played a video game in their life, know nothing about it, are going to say, this is a growing business opportunity, so I'm going to invest in it and try to get involved. And it's going to make it more and more about money and more corporate. And, it's good in the sense that, there'll be more career opportunities, but in the sense that, gaming is really supposed to be for fun, and it's not good in that sense. So it's a double-edged sword, really.
Agreed. And check out my video about the Call of Duty community.
Cha-ching!
Come on.
I'm not ready for the sound effects.
It actually was a really good video.
I watched it. I liked it, even though I lit him up in the comment section.
No, I know you did. That's fine. That's fine. I expected some of that, especially from you. But the thing is I gathered some thoughts, and those are the reasons why I dislike what the Call of Duty community has become. And I still feel like there's a lot of people, I think there's more people than what you think in the public matches that are pub stompers and all that, and it's just gotten to the point where it's not as enjoyable as it once was. And I don't know if that's because of the community. I feel like it's because of the community, but I also feel like it's because it's a rehash of the game every year, and this is a completely different topic, but I feel like it's starting to not lose its popularity, but lose my interest.
Is that the time of the year, though, or just what it is?
It could be. It could be a contributing factor, but like we say, every year we play Call of Duty less and less throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, Modern Warfare 2 comes out, and we're just blowing that game up. We play it all the way up until Black Ops, and I feel like it's less and less each year. I get bored of it faster and faster.
True.
That's kind of a different topic, but
yeah,
I've got one coming out soon about that. But
what
do we got going on over here, Oyster?
We gonna do giveaway number 1?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, we've been fluctuating between like 14 and 15 viewers for the last like 5 minutes, just consistently. So we're gonna go ahead and do giveaway number 1, even though we're like 14 viewers now. I don't know, but how we're gonna do this? So everybody, listen up.
everybody.
Everybody listen up, and either in my chat or Whiteman, you want to write down the number, random number? Okay. We're going to pick a random number between 1 and 50, and everybody who wants to enter the giveaway, just type in the chat your guess for the number, any number between 1 and 50, and whoever gets the closest number to what Whackman has written down is going to win $20 worth of Microsoft points / PSN, whatever, depending on your console. So, and we just hit 15 officially, so there we go, good timing. So, just type in any number right now between 1 and 50 in the chat of either stream, and then we'll wait a few seconds for everybody to type their numbers in, and then we will.
I'll tell you what, why don't we come back to that in like 2 minutes? That way there's
because we're on a delay. So.
And there it is. You can see it. I put it up on my camera where I've already written the number down.
Wait, did you show the number?
No, it's just the.
Okay, good. I was about to say, I wasn't looking at the screen, and I'm like, wait, did he just show the number?
No.
Okay, good.
He's cheating the system here.
Cheating the system. I want my own money.
Oh, and also remember that by the end of the show, regardless of the viewer number, we decided, but we're going to give away an Xbox 360 controller also at the end of the show. So if you play on PlayStation, you can get it and then sell it on eBay. If you play it on Xbox, then you just got a controller, and you can also sell it on eBay if you want, or you can actually use it. It's up to you. So that will be coming up later as well. So why don't we go ahead and transition? Yes, transition into whatever our next topic is, and
ooh, KJAR XD. I like that number.
First guess, 23.
One of my favorite numbers.
I see a 38.
Ooh, 38.
So where are we gonna go with Nintendo?
We can talk about Nintendo, and guys, once we get a few more guesses in, we'll announce the winner. Even though I don't know what the number is, Whackman hasn't typed it in the Hangout chat yet.
Whoa! Southern Mercury, only one number there, buddy.
Yeah, pick a number, Southern Mercury.
He's trying to cheat the system.
He is.
Cheat the system.
We'll give him 38. We'll give him 38 because that was his original guess. I've got a 44 in my chat. KJR, I know you're in both streams.
No,
you can't put two numbers in two streams.
He modified it to 39, so.
Oh jeez, this is all so confusing now.
Ooh, are we gonna do Price is Right rules?
Price is Right
what is
rules?
that?
Close as you can without going over.
Exactly.
Oh no, because that would modify some
It's
people's guesses.
We'll
do that for giveaway number 2.
I'm a huge
giveaway
fan,
number
so
2. Giveaway number 2.
All right.
Price is Right rules. Okay, I'm getting some more guesses. We'll wait 5 more seconds for people to get their guesses in.
I feel bad. Jules was here for the whole first half of the show, and he hasn't made a.
Yeah, he hasn't made a guess.
Come on, make a guess.
I've got in my chat. I've got 27. I've got 37. 2 people said 27. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Come on, guys. Pick another number.
Sitzer, change your guess. Sitzer, change your guess.
Oh, there, Jules got in.
There he goes. He went with 11. Somebody just said 39. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's go ahead and announce it.
Drum roll, please.
Hold on. I put last chance. We got to remember we're on a delay, so I put last chance in both chats. Oh, there it is. Is the number? You put it up.
Oh, dude, where's the drum roll, bro?
Is it? The number's already up. It's too late. The moment is lost. The moment is lost. It's 38. Did anybody guess? I've got a 37 in my chat.
I got a 39.
I've got a 37 and a 39. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Write a new number.
All right, Southern Mercury. I need a new number, 1 through 10. There's only 2 of you in it, 1 through 10.
Wait, no. I gotta put my people in too.
That's right.
Wait, let's just pick a. I don't know. Now we've screwed it up. Now what?
It's so difficult to give away money.
Yeah, we're just trying to give you our money. Oh jeez. Okay, this is so unorganized. I've got one person in my chat with 37. I've got one person with 39. Southern Mercury changed his answer 8 times, so
we'll just have the 3 of them redo it.
Yeah.
Whackman already wrote down a new number.
Redos it.
Okay, we're gonna redo this. I need a new number from Grazity. I need a new number from Grazity.
Can you read that?
It's oddly spelled. Okay, give me a break. I need a new number. I need a new number from Grazity. I need a new number from MW3 Quickscoping Beast, and we need a new number from Southern Mercury. And then I would suggest not picking 38 again, Mercury, but...
Yeah, because it's 1 through 10. 1 through 10, because there's only 3.
Ooh, 1 through 10.
Number between 1 through 10.
1 through 10, Southern Mercury, I need a new number. He just found out that he had 30. He or she just found out that she had 38, so hurry up.
Come on, Mercury. Give us your new number.
Just type in the chat. It's on a 2-minute delay, guys, remember, so as we say it, they're not going to be able to type.
Okay.
So, also remember, if you don't win this giveaway, we're giving away an Xbox 360 controller later.
Yes. Come on.
We're going to try to make everybody mad, apparently.
On the first live episode, that's pretty good. I'm pretty excited, I must say.
Everybody... So, between 1 and 10. Between 1 and 10.
Southern Mercury, I see your comments, dude. Pick a new number.
Yes, I need one from Grazity. And I need one from MW3.
And just pick one number this time, buddy.
One number between 1 and 10. We're trying to give you our money. Don't make it difficult.
7. What else? What you got on your
side? He said 7. I don't have anything
choice.
Yet.
I like that number 2.
The chat is faster than the speech. Typity. I'm sorry for all you people who didn't win and are just hanging out waiting on it. I do apologize. 7.
We're giving away the Xbox 360 controller later, so stay in.
Yeah, so you'll still be here. Also, if you haven't won and you're still
MW3 Quickscoping Beast has put in 6. I just need one from Grazity who's in the chat.
Also,
and then we're good.
Topics. Hit us up in the chat.
Yes, and we will discuss them next week, or I don't know.
Or right now.
We'll just keep talking.
Yeah. Throw some topics in the chat.
I will talk until I shut up.
We've got 7. We've got 7 from Southern Mercury. We've got 6. We've got 6 from Marble for the Quickscoping Beast. Grazity. He says I pronounced his name right. So I need your number, Grazity. Should I refresh my? I'm not gonna refresh my page because he might type it and I'll miss it.
Yeah.
Grazity, give me do we want to just give Grazity a number on his own? I can give Grazity a number. Like I can pick for him.
Yeah. I don't care. That's fine.
Grazity, if you
I
don't
don't know,
type in the
because
chat,
if he isn't typing it in, and he
If he's not going to type it in, then he's going to forfeit.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think that's how it goes. So,
Grazity, this is final call.
last call.
10, 9, 8, 7,
I'm doing the drum roll. You slow it down
5,
there.
4, 3, you lose.
Wait, let me see. Okay, I've got nothing. Okay, so we've got 7 and 6. One. So who picked 6? It's MW3 Quickscoping Bees wins the giveaway. And I wanted to say that MW3 Quickscoping Bees has been a long time sub of mine and an Xbox friend, and he was excited about this show when I made the video about it. So shout out to him for
I'm sorry,
supporting
Southern Mercury. You did change your answer 3 times, so I do feel bad for you. But just pick one number next time.
Yes, and we're gonna have
You know what's gonna make you feel better? If you check out all of our channels and watch the great content.
and subscribe, like, and
make sure, hit that subscribe button. Do yourself a favor.
No,
you won't regret it.
Okay, so
guys,
we
we're
need to move on to a
sitting
new
at
topic
before
for
we
those
move
who have
on.
been...
Yeah, before we move on, we're sitting at 16 viewers. If we're gonna be giving away the controller soon. So
yes. So stay tuned. Topic ideas, chat, wherever it is.
Somebody hit us up. I'm gonna go urinate.
I should
BRB.
That's
I'm not just getting up and
dear.
leaving.
You should just definitely enjoy yourself while you do that.
Really?
I hope it burns. You know, the thing is, he's not saving this, so he'll never see that. Poor kid.
I know.
Oh, well.
I know.
It's okay. All right, 2DS.
Man, 2DS. So, if you guys haven't heard, Nintendo last week announced that they're going to be producing and coming out with a Nintendo 2DS. So it's basically a tablet-like Nintendo DS that does not have the 3D capability. And I forget the guy's name, but he was talking about that this is specifically aimed for like 6 and under kids. And I don't know. There it is. What do you guys think? Nintendo 2DS.
Oh, geez, that's what we're talking
I
about.
think
Wackman brought it up. Go ahead, Wackman.
I think this is good marketing, and even though it's not going to make a lot of difference to people who are hardcore about gaming, this is another availability, and I think it's a good move on Nintendo's part because they have opened up just another platform for their consumer. And if you don't want to buy a Kindle or a Fire or an iPad for your kid and want to just strictly limit them to a type of... Is that a type of console? Does that count as a console?
Yeah, it's handheld console.
A personal console? Then it's a good choice. It's something that's open and available for you, and I don't have a problem with it. It is... You can either say it's shameless money, trying to make shameless money, or you can say it's excellent marketing. I'm gonna go towards excellent marketing.
I'd have to agree as well. I mean, you look at the 2DS, the 3DS, the games they put out. I mean, there are mostly games that are for a younger audience. Simple games like Mario. You know, everyone can play them, and it's a tablet-like, you know, a handheld console, and it's perfect for those little kids because you can't fold it. You can't. I'm sure it's more difficult to break. And I also think that this is Nintendo finally admitting that 3D is over. No one cares about 3D. Let's move on from 3D because that's over.
Yeah. I made a commentary about it, so I don't want to go too in depth with my thoughts. But clearly, they're money whoring over the fact that the Wii sucks and the Wii failed, and they know that parents will buy this for their kids regardless of whether it's a good product or not because the kids always play the handheld games. So that's all it really is. Really, I don't want to go more in depth because you will find a commentary on my channel going up either tomorrow or within the next 3 days. I think
it's a throwback to the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, which had some pretty okay.
That's a good point.
My main problem with it is that there's no difference between it and the 3DS except with the lack of 3D. So in a way, they downgraded their technology and are re-releasing it.
It's cheaper though,
and that
is it
just
not?
doesn't.
Oh, it's a lot cheaper. It's like 70 or 80 bucks cheaper.
Okay, so they've made it more. They've made the 3DS more accessible at the cost of hardware.
The weird thing about the 2DS is I read this is that because on the 3DS it's 2 separate screens that you have because it folds, and on the 2DS it's 1 screen with a piece of plastic in between. So yes, it's a lot cheaper, but I don't know. Overall, I think it's a good move. I mean, and Strictly Business pointed out that their console sales aren't well, which is obvious with the Wii U.
They keep talking about
the 3DS.
They keep trying to shift the blame back and forth. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying. I mean, the Wii U, obviously their sales aren't very good. I don't see them getting much better until there's a lot better software or games that people want to play, like your Metroids, like your Star Fox, even Zelda. Come on, you get a Zelda game out there. Wind Waker HD is good, but it's not the Zelda game that's going to move consoles. I don't think.
Put the original Zelda on 2DS.
Sure.
You sell that.
Actually, it is on 2DS.
Is it really the original?
Yeah, it's in the virtual console store. I think you can buy it for like $4.
I wish they would just like remake all of like every old game from the Game Boy and stuff, and just like make a way to transport it over. Because,
you know what go ahead.
Well, I mean, there's not much more to it. Just so you wouldn't have to use an emulator or anything like that, and you can play because like I've lost my Game Boy years ago, and I lost my DS at some point in the last year or two. So honestly, the main thing I used my DS for was to replay my old Game Boy games because it was backwards compatible. So I would replay my old Game Boy games on my DS because I lost my Game Boy, and I play the Game Boy games in the GameCube now, but that's not, whenever I play them, that's not really ideal. So I wish they would just like make up-to-date versions of like a lot of the older games. So
yeah, I agree. I was going to say one thing that I think would be really cool because Nintendo has a vast library of NES games, Super Nintendo games, Game Boy games. I mean, you name it, they have a huge library of games. I think it'd be cool if they came out with some sort of cheap subscription-based service to where you have access to all of those games via their virtual console, and you could basically play any of them if they made them available. So you pay like a monthly fee or something to get access to this giant library that you just stream it over, kind of like
library card.
Yeah, and you just go in, you pick a game you want to play. You can only play like one at a time, I guess, or rent it per se, but you just get access to that entire library because I think there is a market for that. Because, like you're saying, Whackmed, you want to be able to play some of those older games, and having to buy them each time on a new console gets tedious. You buy it on the Wii, buy it on the Wii U, buy it on the 3DS. Not a lot of people want to do that every time they get a new Nintendo console. So if you have this just library that you can access on any console, I think that'd be really cool, and that's something I would be into. So there's a lot of great games that I'd love to go back and revisit.
True. Not only that, you shouldn't be such pain in the butts about people putting stuff on YouTube, because I would love to go back and do like a Mario 1 grind, the original Super Nintendo, or
awesome.
The original Super Mario Brothers grind. Who would? I mean, maybe a lot of people wouldn't stick around to see it, but I think some people would if you as a person were entertaining enough, because the game was good enough to hold that console and make it solid.
You know what was a good enough game that it should have demanded viewership?
RBI Baseball?
FIFA 13.
FIFA 13?
That's a shot at my subs for not supporting my FIFA series.
That's
but
not
anyways,
right. I don't shoot my subs.
No, I love my subscribers, especially MW3 Quickscaping Beast, who just won that giveaway. But, I'm just throwing it out there that I was a bit disappointed by the turnout.
Yeah.
That's it. And on Rainbow Six, guys. I haven't uploaded the Rainbow Six. The
Rainbow Six is...
That's money.
That's a fun game.
I'm telling you guys, go check out today's video. I just posted on my channel, Rainbow Six, the best one yet. It is absolutely hilarious. I guarantee you will laugh. I guarantee it.
Random question?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. I forgot about the actual topics for it. Well, actually, we've got some requests for COD Ghost Talk in the chat.
Oh, yes.
We do.
Let's do that instead.
So,
we do.
Yeah. Do we want to have some kind of COD Ghost Talk in here? Even though...
Well, so, I think it was at Gamescom, I can't remember, it's been so long. They announced that Call of Duty Ghosts is going to have dedicated servers on the Xbox One, finally. And Oyster, you weren't here when we kind of talked about Gamescom. That was the one I think you were sick. So let's start with you. Your thoughts on the dedicated servers, and I think you put out a video a little bit about it too. Plug there, but you know, what are your thoughts on having dedicated servers for Call of Duty Ghosts only on the Xbox One?
If you guys, first of all, if you guys want to get all the Call of Duty Ghosts opinions you could ever want from me, feel free to go click that subscribe button below and check out my videos. I've got a plethora of videos about COD Ghosts. Anyways, moving on. I didn't actually specifically talk about like dedicated servers really in any of the videos. So I think dedicated servers will help, obviously, because it will provide a level playing field theoretically. Like, there won't be a host, so there won't be a host advantage. And, you know, theoretically, you should be able to pick a host that's geographically centered. Like for example, one of the biggest problems I have when I'm playing with competitive teams that we're like trying people out or whatever, is that if your team is spread out across the country, like one team I played with, it was me, I'm in North Carolina, a guy in Kentucky, a guy in Michigan, and a guy in Montana. So we were really far spread out. So it made it difficult from a connection standpoint to find people's hosts to play on. Whereas if you could, you know, pick a host that's centrally located between, you know, every player, if you're searching for public matches, if you could pick a host that, or pick a server that's close to you or whatever, it would improve connection all around, and it gets rid of the host advantage. Obviously, there will still be lag. People who are farther away from the server will lag more than people who are closer to it. It will be a big help, and I think it's one more reason that Call of Duty is, you know, typically better on Xbox than PlayStation. But I mean, it'll definitely help some, although it's not like the end of lag. People saying it's the end of lag, quite frankly, don't really understand how lag works. But it'll definitely help a lot.
I would like to be able to play with Bondfire without always having to see COD fire, and because I'm on the East Coast and the East Coast is better, he gets the short end of the stick whenever we're trying to play. And so I've got a friend who's in Texas, but for some reason, apparently Texas doesn't make a good spot for us to both jump in and let him be the host, and it doesn't also guarantee that my friend's internet connection is good enough to be the bridge between Florida and Oregon. So, and even with Jules being in Colorado and we're playing with a guy in Wisconsin, that wasn't a good bridge either, because it's based on the Xbox and where the customer is with their Xbox. So with me pulling host, because I have low ping, I have fast internet speed, and of course the Xbox hardware is as competent as it is, good or bad, I get the host. And to be able to pick a dedicated host that gives us fairly equal ping or latency back and forth, then that would be a benefit for everyone involved. And so dedicated servers is a positive thing. It's not I agree with Oyster, it's not the cure-all, and I think it's going to be the very first step in a series of many that improve the Call of Duty series, because very few people play Call of Duty in a non-hardcore manner. Everyone tries whenever they play Call of Duty, and if you don't, you're lying.
Yeah, those of you out there who drop a 6 and 28 bomb and say, "I wasn't trying, it's just a game," shut up, you just suck. That's all it is. Don't lie to me and tell me you weren't trying. Okay, those people frustrate me. But anyways, sorry, I just had to get that out there.
Well, I'm excited to see the dedicated servers. I mean, I won't get Ghosts on the Xbox One. I'll get it for the 360. When I do get an Xbox One, I'm not going to pick up Ghosts, because by the time I get an Xbox One, I'll be playing Titanfall, and that will consume my Xbox One time. But what kind of disappoints me is that, and I understand why they're not doing it, but I wish they would try to get dedicated servers for the 360 version of Ghosts. I understand why they don't do it, but I would like to see it, because I want to see how it runs. I mean, Battlefield 3 is on dedicated servers for all platforms currently, and it's nice. It runs smoothly. One of the things I like about it is you can, search for specific servers you want to play on, and people have customized game types going on, and which is going to be awesome for Call of Duty. I mean, especially for like Oyster, who does competitive like game battles and stuff like that. It's going to be fantastic, because you're going to have a bunch of dedicated servers that people are doing strictly competitive game types. So that's going to be awesome, but it's not going to be available for those later adopters of the Xbox One, which is myself, because I am picking up the PlayStation 4.
His allegiance is to Sony. Flame him!
not
Flame
Allegiance.
him! Flame him!
That's fine. I'm excited for the PlayStation 4. I think it's going to be a great console, and I like what they're doing. Xbox One's going to be great as well. Titanfall is the main reason I'm picking up Xbox One as early as I am. But I know we all know Whackman19's a hater on Titanfall.
Yeah.
But
whatever. I don't want to get in the Titanfall argument. It's unwinnable because he's so just blindly in love with Call of Duty, and no other first-person shooter can ever live up to it.
No, it's because you're so blindly in love with Titanfall.
I'm not blindly.
You're not. No, you're not. You're not. You are not.
Okay.
A lot of the people who saw E3 are blindly in love with a game. You've got like what 8 overall minutes of gameplay, and you've sold your soul to play this game. It makes I don't know. Please, let's get over this. I just got to point out, Strictly Business says that his PlayStation 3 is collecting dust. I'm sorry, because if you have not played The Last of Us, you're missing out. That is by far the best game on the PlayStation 3. I love KJRXD. That's my new favorite person.
Yeah, I was about to say, he said Titanfall's not going to be good. I'm sorry. Well,
new favorite person.
I'm excited for Titanfall just to see, like, is it going to be, like, how good is it going to be? Because it's the first, like, it's the first
next-gen shooter. Just say it. It's the first next-gen shooter.
I'm trying to, well, it's not the first next-gen shooter. It's the first completely new shooter we've seen in a while that has been made on a scale to challenge Call of Duty or Halo or Battlefield. Like, it's obviously there have been other shooters that have come out recently, but none of them have really like taken a shot at really challenging the really popular ones, which Titanfall is. I'm not saying it's going to succeed, but I'm saying it's interesting to see how well it will do, considering it's the first shooter that has really had a legitimate chance of coming close to the big 3 pillars, if you will. So that's why I'm excited.
Are we going to go here?
Yeah. No. Well, I know what you're going to say to this, but look at what the media is saying, and I know what you're going to say. You could say that they're bought.
Even I will admit that
that's fine. So they're bought to say it's great. So PAX just happened, and I follow a lot of the big YouTubers are over at PAX right now, and they played the game. They say it's great. Are they getting paid? I don't think so. I doubt it.
Probably not.
Yeah, and if they're saying it's good, I mean, I don't know. It looks so good. I don't understand how you, just like Battlefield. I don't know how you don't like Battlefield. It's so fun. I'm not comparing that to Call of Duty or anything like that, but I'm saying they're fun. They're fun for what they are.
Battlefield's a perfectly good game. It just doesn't really. It doesn't appeal to me.
It loses its appeal to people that have shorter attention spans for gaming, who want that quick fix that Call of Duty has developed among people. You can't deny that, and that's why I think one of the things Titanfall is going to bring. It's going to, because it's such a fast-paced game, and it has that quick fix where you can just hop in a match, and there's so much going on that you just like sensory overload that it's going to pull people away from Call of Duty, and that's why I think it'll be successful.
So, what would Titanfall be without the actual Titans?
Fall.
Oh, he's quick! He is quick! Wow, look at that!
It'd be Call of Duty. If you want to rip, it'd be Call of Duty. It'd be the same thing.
That's one of the reasons I'm excited.
Adding movement to it with like the parkour and stuff.
That's one of the reasons
Ghost is not doing. Come on, let's be real.
That's one of the reasons I'm excited for Titanfall, is because it was made by the people who made COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and COD 4 is the best COD that was ever made, and the most innovative COD that was ever made.
Yep.
So that's one of the reasons I'm excited, is because whatever that it factor is for COD, whether it be the fast pace, whether it be the features of the game and the customization features with the creator class and all that, whether it be whatever it is, they're the only people who have experience creating that it factor and may be able to recreate it in another game.
So I want to say Bruce Green from the IGN network is the one that said that at Gamescom he played Titanfall and he preferred to not be in the mech. Well, if it's not for the Titans, if you prefer to play it as a soldier, then you've got Call of Duty with the ability to double jump and parkour, and I just think that like you rage now because you don't understand why you died. Wait till you can double jump and do all these really cool bouncy moves. Wait to see what the rage is like for dying to that.
you're basically saying that though it's the same as Call of Duty except with these new things added in kind of deals. But kind of the point you're getting at with these new Titans or whatever they're called, I don't know what they are, but the giant creatures. That's kind of your general point though? Is it like without that, what's the...
They have said, the developer said that they have tried to balance the mech with the actual soldier. Which means it's either going to be a slow lumbering giant with no power, or your soldier is going to be so OP that there's no reason to ever get in the mech. Well, Bruce Green comes back from Gamescom and says, I prefer to not be in the mech. So I'm going to assume from his statement with IGN Network that the mech is worthless. And that I understand I'm making a huge jump and a big assumption there. But if the mech is worthless, then you've got Call of Duty. Your soldier is Call of Duty, because that's what everybody says it's so much great like, and one of the reasons you love it so much. But you have that parkour ability, that bounce all over the place, fly with a little rocket pack. And I don't want Call of Duty. I don't want Modern Warfare 3 with the ability to fly. I don't want Halo to make love to Call of Duty and spit out TitanFall, and for me to enjoy it. Not for me.
Well, I think that honestly, I think you're making too big of a jump then at this point. If the reason you're not excited about TitanFall is because you're afraid that it's going to be like Call of Duty, well, we have no idea if it's going to be like Call of Duty yet. I mean, look, just because it was made by the same people and just because it's a first-person shooter doesn't mean it has to be the same. I mean, look at the differences between Halo and Call of Duty. Look at the differences between Battlefield and Call of Duty, between Battlefield and Halo, between Call of Duty and a game like Rainbow Six. Like, even within first-person shooters, there's so many different directions you can go with it to make it an individual game that I think it's way too premature to not be excited about it just because you're afraid it's going to be exactly like Call of Duty, personally.
I'm afraid it's going to be all the bad things about Call of Duty.
Give me a couple examples.
Not understanding why you die. Overpowered soldiers who have the ability to go on streaks to make such a huge skill gap that you're either awesome or you hate the game.
You think what? You think there's a big skill gap in Black Ops 2?
No. The other way around. Hey,
you think there's not enough?
It's a pretty level playing field. If you're awesome, you still can't get any advantage over the people who suck.
Okay, I agree.
But that's one of the things that a lot of people brag about Call of Duty 4 was that the skill gap was much wider.
That's because it was brand new. It introduced a lot of the new concepts that we've seen today. And I think that's what TitanFall is going to do. It's going to be a new, fresh experience that people are going to have to relearn how to move within these maps, how to, take down the Titans. And it's going to introduce a lot of new concepts that people are going to have to master. And I think that's one of the appeals to it. The other thing, and I think that this is going to be one of the things that stand out about the game, is it's mixed between campaign and multiplayer, because they are almost one and the same, and I'm curious to see how well they pull it off, because there's another flop of a game out there called Brink. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one.
Yep.
But it tried to do something very similar, and that game, I picked it up on day one because I loved the concept to be able to just hop on with friends and play multiplayer / campaign and just create havoc. No, it didn't work out, so I'm hoping that Titanfall pulls it off, and that's one of the appeals for me, because another thing that I just thought about is there's also AI in the mix of these multiplayer matches. Now, whether that's good or bad is remain to be seen, because I don't know how advanced the AI are, but if they are pretty good, that's going to be awesome. I mean, maybe you'll die by an AI, maybe you'll die by someone else. Sure, that'll bring upon a lot of frustration, but that's something we haven't seen before. So I think there's a lot of subtle new things that they're putting into this game that we haven't even seen yet.
If you were 1 kill away from dogs and die to a computer, I can guarantee there will be a lot more broken headsets.
Well, those people are the Call of Duty community coming over. Angry. Check out my video.
I'm not gonna cha-ching that. He's pimped the same video like 8 times. I'm not going to cha-ching it.
Because it's about the topic, man.
If they haven't gotten to watch it by now,
They haven't yet.
They're not gonna do it
because they're watching the stream. Then they're gonna go watch it.
That's
I'm
fair,
just reminding
actually. I didn't think about that. Okay. Do we want to go ahead? I just tweeted out the stream again because we're about to do the controller giveaway, people.
Heyo.
So here's what's going to happen. We're going to do the same format as the last giveaway. Do we want to wait like just a minute or two so that, because the stream is on a delay, wait a minute or two, wait for hopefully a few more people to fluctuate in. Everybody tweet out the stream one more time. So we'll say in 5 minutes we're going to do the giveaway for the controller, and then we're going to wrap the show up.
Yep.
So,
well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead.
Remember, only one number. One number.
Yes, it'll be between 1 and 50. Again, don't put your numbers in yet. We will type in the chat or announce when we want you to put your numbers in.
Don't do it right now because I haven't written the number down yet.
Yeah, so as soon as Whackman writes down the number, he'll let us know what the number is in our chat, and then you guys can feel free to put your numbers in.
Want to do a random question while we wait?
Yeah, sure. While we
random question
time here.
All right, let's see what we got. I'm trying to find a shorter one. All right, well, how about if you could be invisible for a day, what would you do?
What would you do?
Woo!
Stay out of the locker rooms.
Is it bad that that's like one of the first 3 things that came to my mind?
It shows that you're in high school, but
yeah, that's exactly what that shows.
Okay.
I'm a happily married man. So
oh man.
And Bondfire has a significant other, I know. So
yeah, I'm not married. There ain't no rings.
and he's the gem.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
He's a G.
Oh, I am a gem. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's a gem.
I'm that diamond in the rough there.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh, you don't like my southern accent?
That was bad.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
Everybody, put your numbers in the chat, or just go ahead, Whackman, if you have it written down. So everybody, put your numbers in the chat for the giveaway while we answer this question. Between 1 and 50.
Smile left when he saw what I wrote. Go ahead.
I don't know. There's so many things I could do. Oyster, if you have an answer, go ahead, man. I'm thinking.
If I were invisible for a day,
Besides the locker room, we know you'd go take a little peek.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, that's number 1. But then, This is tough because you want to do something that you couldn't do if you weren't invisible, right?
Right.
But there's it's like what I don't know, like.
Oh, I know one thing I would do. It would be absolutely awesome. I would go through some random drive-through and order some food, just because I'd pull up. Because like, have you seen those like YouTube videos where that guy does those pranks? Like, he's like in the chair and he pulls up after he orders food, and then they open the window and they're like, "Oh my god, there's no one here," and they like freak out. And then they like put the food in there, and then he drives away. I'd do something like that. It'd be so awesome. Probably just a bunch of pranks like that, and just mess with people. Maybe like, I don't like to steal, but I feel like I could get away with like taking some good stuff, even though that's bad. Pull some Payday 2, maybe. No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like, do I want to say something illegal? Because that's a obviously like logical option. But do I want to say something illegal? I don't.
I would definitely do the drive-through thing because that would be sweet.
Like pranking would be fun. Just generic minor pranks, and I think that if
I just thought of one.
It's YouTube gold.
Yes, it is. I just thought of one. I just thought of a good prank. Okay, so it'd be like ding dong ditching, but to the next level. Okay, what you're gonna do?
You don't have to ditch. You just stay there.
Yeah, you're gonna go to the door. You're gonna ring the doorbell. They're gonna come to the door and see nobody's there. As they're looking out the window, not the window, the door. They come, open the door, look outside. There's nobody here. Ring it again. So like they're looking outside for someone, and you ring it again. It's like, who rang the doorbell? I'm standing here at my door. There's nobody there. But you ring it again, and they have no idea. And then they probably like freak out and think their house was haunted. They might run inside and like slam the door shut. But like ding dong ditch, but don't ditch. And then when they come outside to look, ring it again. I don't know. That's what I would do. That'd be my prank if I were doing prank.
Well, that'd be what, number 2 or 3, right?
2 or 3.
In his order of things to do. We know what number 1 is.
Oh yeah, that would be somewhere around 3 or 4 probably. After I thought of some illegal stuff to do.
Okay.
Some illegal stuff to do.
I've got 3 numbers in my chat. I've got no. Oh, KJR put his number in your chat, Whackmed.
Okay, we're gonna need
13.
numbers. I got KJR.
Brenus, wait, not yet. Don't show the card. Brenus Lopez, my dear friend. It has to be between 1 and 50. So 73 is not an acceptable answer.
Oh yeah, that's not good. Well, hi there, buddy.
Hang on.
I got only 1 number.
Everybody tweet the stream out so we can get more people in here entering, even though that hurts you, but, you know.
Does everybody play PlayStation? What is this?
Even if you're on PlayStation, you can sell the controller.
And I love you if you're on PlayStation.
Whatever.
His allegiance. That's where the allegiance is. It's not to the show, it's to Sony. What are some... Everybody also tell us in the chat what you would do if you're invisible for a day. I don't know. Let's waste a little more time here. Once we get 2 more numbers or 1 more number, we'll announce the winner. I just got another number in my chat from Grzidi, who almost won the first giveaway.
Oh, he's back. Welcome.
See, I'm not thinking there's anything...
He said that he enjoys the Rainbow Six content. He actually said in my chat, he said, let me find the comment. He said, I love the Rainbow Six series.
Cool.
So shout out to him.
I don't know of anything that I could
awesome.
accomplish in one day that being invisible would be a benefit for. Like, I would like to disprove maybe like corporate espionage or, you know, show where the chemicals mass destruction kind of stuff is. Like, if I could turn it on and off and be a secret agent, that would be cool. But just to simply have, you know, like 1 day, I'm not that devious of a person. I'd like to hope I'm not. And I don't know. It was a question mainly for y'all because I don't have so much. I don't have such bad intentions that I don't even have anything I could think that would be fun. I don't even know who I'd spy on.
Last call before I answer this question to waste time. Last call for Brenus Lopez to enter his new number between 1 and 50.
Go see the movies for free. Yes, I would probably actually.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Wow, that is a good one.
I'm just gonna go to the movies. That would work.
The best time to do it too would be like midsummer when like all the big blockbusters came out.
Marathon.
Like all the big summer movies. Yeah, just
no,
all day.
You wouldn't have to get up and leave to go to the bathroom. You could just pee on the floor.
Okay. You don't have to move unless you want to sit in that stuff.
Go ahead.
I would actually like to go to the movies for free. That's a good one. But Whackmed brought up the espionage and everything. I would sneak into North Korea for a day just to see what it was like.
You'd spend half your day getting there.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a hypothetical situation. Let's just assume that I could instantly tell. Let's just assume that I could
now you have teleportation
teleport.
abilities? Come on. This is just out of hand. I can't do it anymore.
Let's just assume that I could somehow get to North Korea instantly, and that's what I would do. I would go to North Korea for a day just to see what it was like.
For the sake of helping Oyster out, it's a pill. It activates in 5 seconds after you swallow it, and they get 24 hours of invisibility after that.
Okay, so I could go to North Korea.
Okay, all right. There
except
you go.
that
You got to North Korea.
I'm not paying for the plane ticket, so
yeah.
I'm sneaking on that thing too. Anyway, cool.
All right. We want to go ahead and announce that Brenus said he doesn't know if he wants to participate or not. So, my numbers I've got in Whackman, in your chat, all you got was 13.
I got
KJR.
one number, yeah.
You got 13. I've got 37 and 17. 37, 17, and 22. And then you've got 13.
I really wish Mercury would have stuck around for the opportunity.
Yes. So if Brenus isn't going to guess, then I guess we can go ahead and throw the number up.
This almost won the last one. He didn't participate.
It's Southern Mercury. This is for an Xbox 360 controller, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, he got mad.
Yeah, he was mad, but of course he did change his number like 3 times. Three times. Yeah, and whatever.
So how many numbers do you have?
I have. Okay, Brenus put in 42, so now we're up to 1, 2. I've got 4 numbers in my chat, so we've got 5 total.
Are we ready?
Nice.
Drum roll.
Let me get the drum roll going.
Get it going.
Wrong one.
Whoa, fail!
There's two
Put
drums.
on a drum roll. I don't want to be in a
let this
band
guy on
with this
the
guy. He's
soundboard?
going to be the drummer.
Where's the sound?
18. It's 18.
Oh, that looks like 81. You said on 150.
that was a fail.
There you go. There we go.
Is it backwards? Because it's not
18.
on my screen.
It was on my. Now it's backwards. Okay.
I guess it was backwards.
You've got
there
the
we
mirror. You've got the mirrored camera thing going on. So
Yeah.
that means the winner
It's
is
18 for those wondering who.
Yeah, that means the winner is from my chat. Lost Reaction because he guessed 17. So Lost Reaction, you just won yourself an Xbox 360.
17.
What?
Oh, okay.
What?
Oh, you
what's
got,
it?
You're right.
13 was close, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he got 17. So you just won a wireless controller on behalf of Strictly Business Gaming.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to them because we didn't even ask them or anything. They came on the show and down in the chat, and he said, you know, I can give you guys a controller to give away. We said sure thing because they've been supporting the show. Very thankful for them to do that.
Actually,
Yeah,
as a
thank you,
matter
guys.
of technicality, they've paid for all of the giveaways on today's show.
Yes, actually.
Yeah, if we want to
So,
get.
We'll leave that vague so you guys can figure it out. But you know.
so we do want to actually thank you so much, and that's why it's on the bottom of mine. And if we could figure out other things in the future, but definitely check out Strictly Business Gaming. They do have a competition team coming up, playing some.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, can you leave that in the chat? When are y'all doing stuff? Like, what do y'all have on your agenda? If you can say that, we'll throw it up there.
Yeah.
And we gotta wait for the delay. Dang, I keep.
He said, "You want to UMG Dallas?
UMG
Strictly
Dallas.
Business. If I ever get a team together for Columbus, I'm expecting that sponsorship deal to come in. So just throwing that out there because I need that sponsorship.
Plug.
He can beat Optic Merk. I'm telling you.
We all know that I am a slightly below average competitive player, so I can. But I have a YouTube fan base, so I can get your name out there. I have a whopping 400 something subs, so. I pull huge numbers on stream, as you can see right now.
Yeah.
So definitely sponsor me.
Your gaming stream actually does pull some pretty good.
I do get pretty decent numbers when I'm streaming Call of Duty, but when I'm streaming 3-Bar Exploits, the best podcast on YouTube, it's
Real.
Doesn't do as well. I got in an argument with a friend of mine last night because I said because he's a friend of mine and he watches all my videos usually and stuff, and he's like, I haven't seen any of your videos. I asked him if he had seen my videos recently, and he said not really. And I said, what the heck? Why? And he said, I've just been playing League of Legends 24/7 before I have to go back to school. I haven't really been watching anything. He said, the only thing I've been watching is PKA. And I'm like, you're telling me that you're watching PKA and you're not watching 3-Bar Exploits?
Wow.
And he's like, well, PKA is better. And I'm like, what? Whoa.
Wow.
3-Bar Exploits. 3-Bar Exploits is far superior.
Because
Yeah,
you can watch
we have a better
3-Bar
name.
Exploits with your mom in the room, and I definitely would not watch PKA with
Oh,
my mom in
God.
the same.
That's a good
house.
point.
So
We're mom friendly.
we are mom
Yeah,
friendly.
We're family friendly. That's one thing we established from the beginning. Lost Reaction, last thing before we wrap it up. Lost Reaction, I will PM you and get your details and stuff to ship you the controller. So, or you can PM me, whatever. I'll make sure that it happens, that you get the controller. So,
And a thank you to everyone who did participate in the chat. We will try to do this again in the future, although I'm telling you the logistics of trying to put on a live show or make it non-conducive for that to happen every week.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's tough, but it's fun. I like it.
Thank you to everybody who checked this out and everybody who supported this. This was a good idea that we had. We wanted to try to promote interaction between you guys and us, and hopefully if you're new and this is the first time you've seen any of us, you'll check out some of our channels. If you're a long-time sub, hopefully you enjoyed this kind of special edition of the show, and it was better than usual. And giveaways went pretty well, so we might try to do more of those in the future depending on what happens. So yeah, Whackman, you want to wrap it up, I guess?
So that's all we have for you on today's episode of 3-Bar Exploits, special number 15, being brought to you on Labor Day. We want to say thank you again to everyone who participated with us and helped us out. If you want to see more live episodes in the future, You can tweet
Let
at
us know on
please.
Twitter. Yeah,
let us know on Twitter. Hashtag 3bar exploits.
Yeah, hashtag 3bar exploits.
And make sure you check out Strictly Business Gaming, who helped us today with some giveaways. And if you were the recipient of that, you know how awesome that is. Maybe you can win some in the future. If you were not the recipient of that, check out our channels for more content that we upload nearly daily. We should all, if you follow all three of us, you will definitely have at least one video, if not two or three, daily.
Yeah.
That's all we got for you today. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Be
and
safe.
Last thing, before Whackman says have a nice day, we try to get Wings on the show. We try to get Wings of Redemption on the show, and he would not respond to us. So everybody go spam Wings after this and use hashtag Wings on 3bar, because we spammed him for like a week straight and he never responded. So if you want Wings of Redemption on 3bar exploits, you need to tweet at him right now. And now, Whackman, you can wrap it up officially.
Thanks. Have a great day.
No music, but I'm still going to do the dance outro.
Do the dance outro. That's fine.
Oh, we should have got the music.
I actually thought about that earlier on, but I didn't actually.
Why didn't you? We could have done it. It would have been great.
I'm not going to let it go till he stops dancing. I just can't make it stop. And he can't hit his button, so...
Yeah, I will hit it now, though.
Wow.